I'm gonna start in a few minutes. I'm gonna let everyone come in. Appreciate it. I appreciate you. Renell Higg Boxing Reports. I'm just excited for this fight, y'all. Man, I'm so excited for this fight. And let's go ahead and go get your cup of water. I'm sitting here watching Portland and Oklahoma City. And I ain't lying. All I'm thinking about is this fight. I'm sorry I'm eating these I got these almonds from Costco. I don't know if you guys can see them. Can you guys see them? These almonds from Costco. Man, they so damn good. Chocolate covered almonds with sea salt. So tell me who you guys got in the fight. Who you guys got winning? And Porter Thurman. I mean, that's Thurman Garcia. Who you guys got? Carol Jones. I'm sick of Bernard Hopkins talking. Am I Bernard Hopkins? I don't know. I haven't heard Bernard Hopkins talk in a minute. So you're probably calling me Bernard Hopkins, which is, I guess that's cool. I guess that's a compliment. I'm a Hall of Famer. You guys don't have no predictions? Well, let's talk about the fight. I did my fight breakdown yesterday. Tell me why you got Garcia. I'm really interested to know why you got Garcia right now. Please tell me why you got Garcia, because I'm really interested in people who have Garcia. And the reason why I'm interested is because when you align the fight, when you square, where the hell's that PC? Oh man, I'll tell you guys a funny story of what happened today. Anyways, when you have when you line the fighters up, who's stronger? Who's the better boxer? Who has more agility? The only thing you can say, honestly, that has value is who has fought tougher opponents. But that was at 140. And when you fight at 140 and compares to 147, that's the JV version of 147. You know, it's a little bit different. It's kind of like when you play JV or when you play freshman basketball, you average 25 points a game and you think you're going to go to varsity and average 35 because you're older, stronger, faster, per se. But so what are the people you're playing against? And that's just the reality of it. It doesn't necessarily happen that way all the time. You know, and oh, he's a hometown boy. That's why you got him. That's fair. You know, he's 90 miles away. I think Philly is 90 miles away from the city. So that's not going to be good enough. You know what I mean? I think I was watching how accurate Thurman was against Porter. And I think Porter beats Garcia. You guys may disagree on me with that, but how accurate he was under all that pressure. And for him to be that accurate with that much pressure, that's big time. You know what I mean? With his back against the ropes, he is that man. I just think that that's a special skill, to be accurate under pressure. In basketball terms, that's like making a three-pointer with two hands in your face. You know what I'm saying? Sydney, you got you going with Thurman. I really feel like he's going to take some. Oh, for sure. And keep in mind, he has more power than Peterson. And the biggest difference in the fight, Keith Thurman can win in more than one way. That's just as simple as it get. He can win in more ways than one. Danny Garcia against Thurman can only win one way, if they exchange. His catch and shoot game is pretty nice. I'm not going to discredit Danny Garcia. His catch and shoot, but keep in mind, what is he catching? Is he catching Keith Thurman's hooks? If he's catching Keith Thurman hooks, he's not going to be able to counter with his. And when see great boxers, what great boxers do, they calculate your power by playing defense. Young, immature, dumb fighters, they calculate your power by exchanging with you. And when Keith Thurman gets in the ring, and when he blocks a few jabs, when he blocks a few hooks, he's going to feel it on his body like, does this guy have power or doesn't he have power? You know, Lamont Peterson, after that fight, said he really didn't feel Danny Garcia's power. And that may or may not be true. I have no idea. I couldn't tell you because I've never been hit by Danny Garcia. But if Lamont Peterson said he doesn't have power, you would have to believe he doesn't have as much power as people say he does. So I'm real interested to see how they respond. Who's going to be the initial aggressor? I don't know who it's going to be. I would think it would be Danny Garcia because that's how he has to win. You know, he can't win. He can't beat Keith Thurman strictly being a counterpuncher like he was the second half of the fight against a Robert Guerrero, because Robert Guerrero didn't have nothing to offer. You know what I'm saying? He had nothing to offer. So I think that was a big mistake by Robert Guerrero not making adjustments with that much experience. I thought that Danny Garcia was just catching. I still can hear me. I don't know why it does this so much. Okay, it should be coming back because I didn't go dark. Okay, good. So I'm driving, right? I'm driving going to get my car today because you asked me where the hole's at. And I ain't seen a girl in shorts in shit 6 months. And I'm driving, I'm catching a lift to get my car. And I see a girl in shorts, damn near lose my mind. I said, oh man, girl in shorts, craziness, right? So, but they out there, you know what I'm saying? And don't forget we have the undercard too. We got Fanfare and we have against Chad Dawson. Chad Bad Dawson. Where has he been? I know we got a lot of Chad Dawson fans out there. He's I wonder is Chad Dawson a Hall of Famer? He's probably not just a Hall of Famer yet. He's gonna need the second half of his career to be a Hall of Famer. You know, Andre Ward took a lot out of him, and some say he hasn't been the same since. Kind of like a Peter Quill and Daniel Jacobs. You know what I mean? But I just can't wait till Saturday. I know you guys are excited as I am. That's why you're tuned into this. To this live cast because you just can't get enough of the coverage, and neither can I. I'm just being 100. I can't get enough of it. I can't wait till Saturday. Don't forget we got David Haye and Tony Bellows too. So that should be Chad Dawson is washed out. I think Fanfare is going to pressure the shit out of him and destroy him. To be honest with you, you know, Fanfare lost to Joe Smith, but it was kind of like the Danny should win. Troy, please tell me how. I read a lot of your comments on my videos. Please tell me how you think Troy Brown. How you think Danny's going to win? Oh, Danny should win. Tell me how. Please tell me how, and I'll finish this story about Fanfare. I don't know if I told you guys this story, but I'm watching the Fanfare Joe Smith fight at Sam Watson's house. And I watch a lot of fights at his house. We hang out. If he's not traveling or if I'm not traveling, we watch a lot of fights together. And we're bragging because a manager of a 175-pound guy is watching a fight with us. There's always 10 of us watching the fight together, always. And we're telling him, this is what a 175-pound guy looked like, because he had a young prospect that was 7-0, 8-0, somewhere in there, but he wasn't really impressively winning. He was just winning, right? Had a couple of knockouts. And we're bragging on Fanfare because he had just destroyed Chavez Jr. and it was his first fight at home, right? He had the long robe on like he was a Greek god and all that. And so we're bragging on him. Fanfare is going in on him. And all of a sudden, Joe Smith lands a right and knocks him out. We couldn't believe it. And we were just praising the dude. And the dude got knocked out. Let's go to these comments. And that was just funny. Sam and I just ragging on, and then the joke ended up being on us. So Thurman, that flute ponytail Prius set up to lose. That's funny. But you know what? You know what they said, right? Danny Garcia said he's so confident that if he loses this fight, he'll grow a ponytail. Because in the last fight that Thurman fought against Sean, whenever Sean hit Keith, he always backed up and tried to regroup. Danny has much more power than Sean has. You think Danny, that's a fair question. Do you think Danny Garcia has more power than Sean Porter at 147? He hasn't knocked down a 147-pound guy besides a guy that was set up to get knocked out. He hasn't. I would say Robert Guerrero is a top 15 welterweight. I would say Lamont Peterson is right at the top 10 at 147, right there. And he didn't get a knockdown in that fight. So you guys are saying that he's knocking people out. You guys are missing it when you're saying Danny Garcia has power and he's knocking people out. He's not. It's kind of like Canelo. People say he has like all this power, but he's not knocking people out. You know, Cotto was there to get knocked out that night. He didn't knock him down, didn't knock him out. So I think we're being sadly misled when we think Danny Garcia has all this power. Lamont Peterson didn't get knocked down, and Lamont Peterson, I would say if we're comparing fighters, I would say Lamont Peterson is a B+, and Keith Thurman is somewhere an A- to an A in comparison to a Keith Thurman. So Donovan Stevenson says Danny gonna be a sitting target. Thurman gonna box the fuck, and that's the scary part about it. See, Donovan, you and I are probably the handful of boxing fans that's gonna enjoy this if Thurman goes to this part of his game. If he boxes, it's a boring win, and he unifies the division, you know, and he waits on the winner of Khan, Pacquiao, Earl Spence, and Kell Brook. He waits on them. That's an excellent point. I think if he goes to his boxing game, Danny Garcia literally has no answer. There is no answer if Keith Thurman strictly boxes for 12 rounds. Danny Garcia has no answer. Because have you ever seen Danny Garcia move left and right with fluid footwork? For real, for real. Have you ever seen that in a big fight? I've never seen Danny Garcia fluidly move in and out of the pocket in a big fight. I've never seen that. And if you have, please send me the link because I want to see it. I want to be impressed. Troy, what'd you say? Because in his last fight, Thurman fought against Sean. You know, I don't know. I answered that question right. I don't know if he has I don't know. Sean Porter might have more power than a Danny Garcia. Remember, Sean Porter's coming down. Danny Garcia is going up. You know, they fought amateurs at 164, I believe, both he and Keith Thurman. So we'll see. All right, we'll see. Renell, there's no rematch clause. Yeah, I just saw that on YouTube. And that's good, too, that there's no rematch clause. You know why I think that's good? Who doesn't want to see a unified champion? Now, if it's a barn burner where it's disputed like a Ward Kovalev, like people say, when people dispute that, then quite possibly. And if the ratings are stupid crazy, I know Al Haymon will want to do that again immediately in 4 months. So because it just makes sense to do that. But I'm glad there's no rematch clause because sometimes you just want the fighter to move on. You know, boxing fan, boxing fans don't read yesterday's newspaper. I mean, humans don't read yesterday's newspaper. So if it's not a great fight, then I genuinely don't believe that people would want to see a rematch. But I think Keith Thurman's gonna beat that dude so bad that it won't we won't need a rematch. So Donovan, you don't want a rematch? Nah, man. It's more so about Keith than Danny. Keith never felt power like Danny has. Danny already felt power punches. Well, Collazo may have to disagree with you on that, Troy. Any against a B-level fighter, that shot that Collazo landed goes down. Mic check. Oh, okay, I don't know what happened. It just muted everything, and you guys couldn't hear me for quite some time. But we're back now. So to answer your question, Nancy, we got a girl in there. I fixed it. It should be back now, right? Are we back? Are we good? I see myself on YouTube and I see myself on the streaming site. I mean, someone type in we're good so I can keep on going. Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks, Donovan. So Nancy commented about the intelligence of a Nancy. That's why I think Keith Thurman's going to win, because of his intellectual capital transfers and translates into his fighting style. You understand what I'm saying? And I think that's just going to be a huge impact on this fight. If Keith Thurman boxes, Danny Garcia is going to try and pull him to the center ring, do what he did to Lamont Peterson, but he's not going to fall for that. So you're right, Nancy. Great point. We got a Nancy Ortiz. You're a woman, correct? That's awesome. We got a woman in here. That's dope. I don't know if a guy's using his wife's account. Porter seems to smother. People say Porter seems to smother his punches a lot. Sometimes a fighter gets acclimated to punching on the inside like that. You know, I genuinely believe that maybe if he took a quarter step back, a half step back, maybe he wouldn't smother his punches so much. Yeah, you could be right. Matter of fact, I'm gonna talk to Ken about that too. What does he feel about that? As you guys know, I love the Porters. I'm a big fan of father-son combinations in boxing. I don't know, maybe because I didn't have a father, I have no idea. And you guys know, I know all my faithful subscribers know how you guys know how much time I spend with my son. And I don't know why I love father-son combination. I just love them. You understand what I'm saying? I've always adored it. As you guys know, Roy Jones is my favorite fighter ever. No one will ever place Roy Jones because I was so young and so impressionable that was my first sign of boxing greatness, and I'll never, ever replace Roy Jones no matter what happens. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we got past the blue screen, and now we're back. Sorry, but Danny winning fight. See Thurman nervous in the fight. Actually, see Danny got Thurman. Danny got Thurman his head. What's up, Trip? Sorry, but Danny winning fight. Miguel, no, that's not that doesn't. Listen, I think you would be more afraid of Sean Porter than you would be of Danny Garcia. For real. I don't see how you can be afraid of him. I don't get it. Ooh, Taj got the rebound. They hit a 3, 109, 110. You guys know I've known Taj Gibson since he was in the 9th grade. I'm watching Oklahoma City and Portland play right now on mute. But Miguel, you gotta tell me in boxing terms, Keith Thurman is not afraid of Danny Garcia. Oh, Nancy, used to sit in the living room and watch TVKO. You used to watch Don King Promotions. If your dad was a Muhammad Ali fan, and Muhammad Ali and Tommy Hearns, that means you watched a lot of Don King Promotions back in the day. I remember that as a kid too. I remember the TVKO sign on the side of the screen when it was like, oh no, it was the King Promotions. It was like his afro, right? Not his afro, but it was a crown, right? It was a crown back in the day. I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. Ohio runs by. Y'all got to talk to me. You guys got to talk to me. Tell me why you got Danny Garcia winning this fight, please, please, please. Because as you guys know, I did my fight prediction. If you guys didn't do it, I don't know if you guys watched it yet, but I'll put the link down so you guys can watch it. Let me find it and give it to you guys, because this is the link you guys should be watching. If you guys are planning on betting,
I really want to win.
If you guys are betting the fight, whatever you guys are doing, make sure you watch this first. All right. Make sure y'all watch my video first before you guys do any type of betting on the fight. All right. Watch that link and enjoy it. Obviously, I have Keith Thurman winning, but sorry, guess my point. I'm not saying he's scared, but man, he's not into Keith Thurman's head. Really? You think he's into Keith Thurman's head? Send me the video of how you think. Send me the video because I really want to see it. Because the funny thing is, I thought, getting back to Abner, when I covered Abner Mares, Leo Santa Cruz, because Leo Santa Cruz has a giddiness about him, has a nervous giddiness about him. You know what I mean? He has and I thought that was a sign of Leo Santa Cruz being too nervous. And Abner Mares thought the same thing because I asked him, right? And lo and behold, it meant nothing. It meant nothing. Abner Mares got beat, and that was an entertaining fight. I enjoyed that fight thoroughly. If you didn't enjoy that fight, something's wrong. But yeah, saw Thurman very upset in the last pre-training camp. Oh, when he was throwing those wild hooks, imitating Danny Garcia. Tell me when. Tell me when you saw that. One time, going to dance him and check that chin. He is little 95. Thank you. That's how I think he's going to do. Danny is going to time Thurman when Thurman gets wild and catch him. Go ahead, tell me in the cut. I want to know. I appreciate you supporting the channel too throughout. Um, but I don't see that happening. I see Danny trying to time him, and Keith Thurman already knows that. Keith Thurman knows Danny's going to time him. I think Danny's jab is going to be irrelevant in this fight. I don't see Danny being jab being a factor. I don't know why. I just don't see it. And truth be told, when I look at Danny Garcia, he looks like his arms is small. Like he has short arms at face value. I don't know what his reach is, but his arms look short. You understand what I'm saying? And we'll have to see. But this fight is gonna tell us a lot about the 147-pound division, and it's gonna tell us whether Danny Garcia needs to find a way to make 140. The same, if Danny Garcia gets washed in this fight, we can make the same things about Danny Garcia as maybe I'll do a video on this as we are about Adrian Broner, because he can't fight at 147 if Keith Thurman washes him, because that's who he has to beat to get the belts. Danny, so that's Danny Little 95, Danny Slow Feet. Danny Slow Feet should be his nickname. Oh yeah, because his name is Swift. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. Just a quick question: with the politics of boxing, who do you think the higher ups in boxing would want to win this fight if it were fixed? Great question. Who would they want to win? Danny Garcia. He's Puerto Rican. East Coast Puerto Rican. Makes all the sense in the world. Yeah, I would say that. I would say Danny Garcia because of him being Puerto Rican, and they can make his home base in New York, kind of like a Trinidad, Cotto, that type of thing, Hector Macho, Camacho, that type of feel. You understand what I'm saying? So I could see that. Ohio runs boxing. Danny has a better chin for one. Plus, Danny seems to fight his best when he's the underdog. I have bet against Danny too many times, and you know what? That was the entire conversation today in the gym. I went and boxed a little bit today, and that was the entire conversation today. I bet against Dan and I lost. That's boxing. But common sense says you got to take Keith Thurman in this fight. The measurables, Keith Thurman outmeasures Danny Garcia in the measurables. You understand what I'm saying? And I just genuinely believe that. See, Danny Garcia's, if he wins, it's predicated on what Keith Thurman does. Someone just alluded to that in the comments earlier. It's what he does. It's not what Danny Garcia does that makes the fight. It's what Keith Thurman decides to do because of Danny Garcia's inability to catch him. You know, as one of the who was that describer says, Danny's Little 95, Danny Slow Feet. Yeah, that's like an Indian name, right? Danny Slow Feet. that's like a Cherokee Indian's name, Danny Slow Feet. But yeah, I genuinely believe that, and so that's just the reality of it. I appreciate the comment. I appreciate that. Thanks, Ohio's running in the cut. You just picture Keith getting caught. Keith is gonna get caught. It's boxing. But if it's the second half of the fight, it'll have little effect. If it happens in the first 2 rounds, it'll have great effect. Miguel Thurman said in an interview in the gym, Angel name not allowed in here. Why would Thurman say that if he comments? Angel said wouldn't affect him. I don't know. I don't know that, and I'm not going to speak for him. But you know, so it's game. It's showmanship, gamesmanship. Yeah, you know what I mean. So maybe it was a piece of that. I have no idea. But I'll just tell you this: Keith Thurman is not afraid of, and there's some gamesmanship. But Danny Garcia doesn't do the talking. Keith Thurman knows he's not fighting his dad, so why would he? I don't see how he would be bothered with what's the dad's name? Angel Garcia has to say, just because he knows he's not fighting him, you know. Lundker, Lamont Peterson, Danny Garcia, obliterating Danny Garcia in the championship rounds. I expect Thurman to win easy. And Danny has gotten 2 gifted. Yeah, Danny has gotten 2 gift decisions. You're absolutely right. I thought the Lamont Peterson at best was a draw. At best. Because if Danny Garcia wins that fight, he has to win the first 6 rounds. You understand what I'm saying? You have to give him 6 of the 7 first rounds of that Lamont Peterson Danny Garcia fight, and that's hard to do. So I watched that fight last night, as you guys know, but I think Lamont Peterson is slightly a better overall boxer than Keith Thurman, but Keith Thurman's ability to commit makes him a more threatening boxer puncher. You guys understand what I'm saying? Obviously, he has more power, but I think if you just go off boxing, he's I think pound for pound a better boxer than Keith Thurman, I would say. Danny got gifted a few fights. Yeah. I was talking about Zab Judah today. Maybe I was going to do a video on this. I was talking to a guy in the gym. That's the one problem when I go to the gym. It is so hard for me to finish a workout without talking about boxing. I'm talking about when I go to the regular gym, not just the boxing gym, because on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I try and do boxing and weight room. And it's hard. It's hard not to talk about boxing. You understand what I'm saying? I appreciate more people coming in. I genuinely appreciate you guys. Tell me where you guys are from too. I'm real interested because I'm going through all the comments. I'm going through all the comments because I appreciate you guys. I know maybe midnight, 1 o'clock where some of you guys are at. It's 10:21 out here. So I already know what it's like over there. I'm going to pause this. I obviously love y'all because I'm going to pause Inside the NBA for y'all motherfuckers. I love that show. I stay up on Thursday nights just to watch it. So let me know where you guys are from, what you guys putting in the comments. I'm real interested. I'm in LA, as you guys know. So yeah, Danny guy. What up, Weeky Diddy Split? Weeky D Split. Yeah, Weeky D Split. What's up, man? How you feel, brother? I got Garcia over Thurman. I've lost. He lost too much money bet that gets him. Sometimes you get lucky, man. Sometimes for real, you get lucky. And I think you're gonna lose. I think you're gonna lose betting against Thurman. Remember, whoever's bet against the irony about it is the same holds true for Keith Thurman. If you've bet against Thurman, you've lost. If you bet against Floyd Mayweather, you've lost. If you bet against Danny Garcia, you've lost. You understand? If you bet against Deontay Wilder, I bet against Deontay Wilder once, Bermain Stavern. I lost that bet, but that's just the reality of it. All right, Miguel, what you got? Just think Angel comments got into Thurman's head, bro. Trust me, I'm not a fan of Danny. Honestly, just think his dad is more experienced in big fights than Thurman. You might be right. They're experiencing big fights. You know what I mean? So we'll see. The weigh-in is tomorrow. They'll do the big time promotion tomorrow for that. And so both guns come out tomorrow in terms of promoting the fight. I don't know how they're doing with tickets. And we'll have to sit back and see. But hopefully the weigh-in to have some fireworks. LOL, people can't stand Danny's fight. You're right. Yeah, I just saw that 95. Okay, City lost a tough one. You know, but getting back, yeah, you know, he's hard to like because he's rough on the edges. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the city, so you know, I mean, those Dominicans and not Republicans, Puerto Ricans, that's who they are. You know what I mean? They own all the bodegas. You know what I mean? They got that little bravado to them. They tough. You know. I just don't like what he said in mixed company. You know, I don't appease white people and use the N-word around them. You understand what I'm saying? I just don't do it because I know they get some form of satisfaction out of it. That's just what I believe. I could be wrong. I could be right. I have no idea. But in mixed company, I'll never do that. New Lamont Peterson ain't no joke, though. Is he new? Damian Lillard ain't no punk. You're right. You know Damian Lillard, that's not That's not a zero, right? Little 95. You know what that is, right? You know what that stands for, right? I want to put in the comment section if you know what it is. I'll give you the answer. A little 95. Damian Lillard, his number zero. I mean, if you know what that is. Lamont Peterson ain't no joke. We'll see. You know, he beat a guy that was beatable. You know, that guy got lucky and beat a 83-year-old Shane Mosley to beat a mandatory. So he got lucky. Yeah, he genuinely got lucky with that. The problem with Peterson is he got no power. You're right. Same thing happens with Hurd and Harrison. You know what I mean? I'm not comparing them. Obviously, Harrison ran out of gas again. But yeah, when you have no power, people just walk through Hurd, just walk through his shots. You understand? Oh, I appreciate you, man. 561. What area code is 561? So, oh, Socrates. Hey, I don't know if I'm at liberty to tell you guys this story. You guys will thoroughly enjoy this story. You said Socrates, right? Socrates 561. I appreciate it. I can't wait to ask us. I can't wait to ask that she. I had to correct myself. I call him a she-male now. I can't wait to ask him those questions, man. I genuinely can't wait to ask him those questions. And I don't, I don't know. Are you guys interested in my college story? I know we're talking about boxing. If you guys are interested, someone just put it. Yeah, I had to take a Socrates class, and I'll tell you the story. If someone says yes, I'll put it. I'll tell the story. Are you from New York? What part of New York are you from? Deuce, you from New York? Oh, you from Arizona? Okay, that's dope. That's dope. Sean versus Khan. That's a great title. Sean versus Khan. I like this fight. I'm taking Sean, Ohio. You're absolutely right. Well, you're from Ohio, right? You're from Florida, Kansas. Show me, say Kansas City, Missouri, Queens, DC, Philly. East Coast people, y'all really up. I appreciate you guys, man. For real, for real. I'm over here in LA and it's 10:26 and I'm just getting started. You know what I mean? I got to do a lot of work. I got to do some writing tonight. And my night is just literally getting started. I don't go to bed till 2 or 3 anyway. But yeah, man. Oh, Jarvis, you in Inglewood? You in the wood? You know the Watsons are from the Inglewood. If you ever see him at a fight, if you ever see him at a fight, or if you ever see me at a fight, holla at me. And well, if you ever see me in the hood, holla at me. What's up, Jarvis? You from the wood? I was just in Inglewood today. I was driving down Century today. Yeah, I drove past the new Hollywood Park Casino. I used that Home Depot right there on Crenshaw and Century a lot to pick up my raw materials. Dang, we all over America. Salinas, Cali, Thurman. I appreciate you guys for real. You got Thurman Garcia is not a 50-50 fight. They can't see the media is so powerful. They conned us in believing that Thurman Garcia is a 50-50 fight. That shit ain't no 50-50 fight. I think Sean Porter, Keith Thurman was a closer 50-50 fight than Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman. I don't know. That's just what I believe, man. Shout out to my man Brian Jennings giving Hey That good work, vegan. Who do you think is the best pound-for-pound prospect in boxing? Whew, Cuss winning a world title. You got it, Socrates. That O means from Oakland. You're exactly right. I love that about Damian Lillard, that O stands for Oakland. You're right. You're a basketball fan. I appreciate you. Who do you think the best? Oh, man. David Benavidez, Earl Spence. Those come off the top of my head right now. Obviously, Anthony Joshua. I don't know if do you consider Anthony Joshua a prospect still? Help me out if you still consider Anthony Joshua a prospect. I know he has the IBF strap, but Eddie Hearn did a good job at manipulating the system to get that belt. David Benavidez is right there. Caleb Plant. Would you consider Caleb Plant still a prospect? Yeah, Caleb Plant is probably still a prospect. We talked about that today, Sydney Walker. Thurman versus Brook or Spence. Thurman versus Brook or Spence. Danny, guys. I think Brook Thurman would be a more boring fight, a more tactical fight. If you enjoyed Floyd Mayweather fights, I think you would enjoy Brook Thurman. But if you want knockdowns and you literally want Keith Thurman to make adjustments on the fly and see how good he really, really is, I would want Errol Spence, because Errol Spence is like Russell Westbrook. I'm coming right at you because I know I can out athletic and be stronger than you. That's who Errol Spence has shown me who he is. And he's susceptible to getting hit. So Lomachenko, nice. I think, like, as I tell you guys in all my videos, I will bet Lomachenko blind. I think Lomachenko is the best boxer in 8-ounce gloves. Lamont Peterson versus Keith Thurman. You know, the funny thing is, Lamont Peterson lost to Danny Garcia, but I think he gives Lamont Peterson is a tougher challenge for Keith Thurman, because styles make fights, as they say, right? Palm Beach. Nah, I don't know. I don't think so. Okay. I'm going down slow, so when you guys answer me, oh, you guys don't want to hear my story? Oh, tell the story? You want me to tell the story? All right. Compton in the bitch. What's up, DI? What's up? I'm glad you're not on Long Beach Boulevard tonight. Oh, man, that's because I'm going to answer all you guys' comments, all right? Because I genuinely appreciate you guys listening to me this late at night. So give me some time, all right? So when you guys put your answer, tell me what you guys are talking about. So I'm going to tell you guys a story I had in college. You guys are going to laugh your ass off, right? So I'm that dude, right? That I'm very wise. I'm not like, I think I'm more wise than I am intelligent, right? More crafty than I am intelligent, right? Because I was a C student in high school, and I ended up graduating like a 2.7, 2.6 GPA in college. You know, I want to be a lawyer, but I would have to take more prerequisites to go to law school. And I had a Western mind class. That's Socrates, Plato, that's all them philosophers, right? And we had it in a big ass auditorium. And when I say a big ass auditorium, I mean a big ass auditorium, right? And we had to take a final. This is my second year in college at Whittier College, right? I shouldn't have said the college. Damn. Anyways, well, you guys know I went to Whittier College. So anyways, it's about 110 people in the class, right? And I didn't understand what was going on in that class the entire semester. So I'm faking the funk. And so it was the final. So I go and take the final. But before we take the final, it was this girl named Aya. She was dating my neighbor named Tom, and we were supposed to study together. So she knocks on my door 8 o'clock in the morning, the day of the final. Fred, you ready to go take the final? No, first night before, said, you want to study? I'm like, nah, I don't really feel like studying. She knocks on my door the day of the final. Fred, let's take the final. And I'm like, nah, I'm not going to take the final. She's like, what? You're not going to take the final? I had thought of this idea in my head, right? And he's like, nah, I'm not going to take the final. Just go ahead and take the final without me, right? So I go. So I don't take the final. I come back. We have something called Jan term. It's like a fall 1-month class, right? So I go back, right? And then, so I go knock on the professor's door and I go ask for my final. I literally go up to the professor. I'm 19 at the time too, mind you. That's 18 years ago, man. 18 years ago, I thought of this shit on the fly. So I knock on the door, and he might be listening, so I'm not gonna say his name. I'm joking, but he might be a boxing fan. And so I knock on the door and I say, can I get my final? He goes through the finals. Right? I swear to God, I'm not making this shit up, y'all. He goes through the finals. He's like, he doesn't see my name, and I pretend to get panicky, right? He goes through it again. He says, you know what, Frederick? I don't have your final. And I grab my chest. I put my hands on my chest. I swear to God, I put my hands on my chest, and I am laughing on the inside, but I'm pretending to be real, real panicky. And I says, you know what? this ain't my major, professor. I can't take that final again. He said, okay, no. Here's what we gonna do. Here's what we gonna do. He says, I'm gonna look at the grades you had before you take your final, because I took the class credit, no credit, because I knew I wasn't gonna get an A or B in the class. And he says, I can give you the grades you had before you took the final, or you can retake the final. I said, what was my grade before you took the final? He said a C. I'll take it. And I walked out. Swear to God, true story, hand to the Bible. That's what I did. And I ended up getting a C in the class. Swear to God. So I ended up passing the class. Word, Miguel, you work at 5 a.m. I appreciate you guys. Yes, Dion, yes, way too much traffic on Century Boulevard, for sure. Shout out, Miguel. You in Texas, 12:30. Are you 2 hours ahead? That's the weirdest thing, that Texas is 2 hours ahead. And it seemed like it's so close to California. Socrates is a name given to me by my frat brothers because I talk too much. I swear I know everything. Well, you can talk as much as you want all day. I don't care. I need you guys to talk because I love answering questions. I love having conversations with y'all because when I do my videos, I can't have dialogue with you guys. And I genuinely appreciate you guys. For real, for real. Spence is going to win the title real. We'll see, man. Caleb Plant got next. I love Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant is a friend of mine. I'll tell you guys a story about Caleb Plant. When I did the film on Floyd Mayweather, this is a true story. He had a fight Tuesday night, and we screened the film Thursday night, right, on the 20th. He had a fight on the 18th, and we screened the film on the 20th, right? And I was telling everybody, Caleb Plant is next. Caleb Plant is next. Caleb Plant is next. So on the 20th, when we screened the film, Floyd flies in a private jet with 20 people. I ain't lying. I ain't making this up, y'all. 20 people on the. So he probably had some flying commercial, first class. He was in Florida. He caught the plane Thursday morning, and he was on the phone with Sam and I. He said, "I'll be there." So we screened the film, and after the film, he walks up to me and was like, "Man, Fred, man, that movie was amazing. You guys gonna see it once they sign the contracts with Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather. The movie is dropping that day. I guarantee you guys. All right, it's gonna be on video on demand, probably on Vimeo, but you guys will have the links." And he shook my hand and said, "Man, I love your film. It was just incredible." And I said, "Caleb, don't you know you're one of my favorite fighters right now?" He said, "For us," I said, "Yeah, I love you, man. Like I love his style. Like outside the ring, he's quiet, man. He's an introvert for real. For in the ring, he's very boisterous. He's very loud, but he's very Caleb Plant. What do you say, Brian? Danny will not go down. 215. What does that mean? Oh, what does that mean? 215. Help me out with that. Spence gonna win a title for real. We'll talk about that on another stream. But I'll talk about it real briefly now. Before that fight got signed, I was like, man, Earl Spence gonna beat the shit out of this dude, man. Ain't no way in hell. But now that the fight is signed, I'm like, I don't know. Because now it becomes the X's and O's of boxing. No matter what you say about Kell Brooks, he has the X's and O's of boxing. So I have yet to dissect that fight. I think around about May 1st, May 2nd, I'll start getting excited about that fight. But I got to get past Klitschko and Joshua before I get excited about that fight. I'm glad they signed it, but I'm also glad, but I also got to be patient in that because there's too many fights in between. There's another big fight that's probably going to be announced soon. I don't want to give that away. I already know. You guys know I'm the whisperer. So any guy, okay, AJ's still a little raw, but I don't consider him a prospect. Yeah, that's fair. It's your reality. Is he still a prospect? Because Eddie Hearn bought that belt. He overpaid Tillman to come over there and get his ass beat. So, and Tillman won it on an injury, right? Swift versus Lubin. I was talking about that fighter today in the gym. I said Lubin got the best gift he could possibly get. If he wins Saturday, he gets hurt, and that's big. Spence beats them all. Everything I need to know about Spence will be answered on May 20th or May 27th, whenever that fight occurs. So we'll see. I think Errol Spence is the future king of 47 and 54. Hmm. You know, the same people he's fighting at 47 will be the same people he's fighting at 54. You know, can Earl Spence beat Andrade? You know, that's a great question. I know Earl Spence is probably 3 years away from fighting consistently at 54, probably. You know, he has a young body, he has a young frame. I think if he stays disciplined, he could fight at 47 for quite some time. Yeah, Spence is from Texas. You know, matter of fact, I need to call Spence and do an interview. I have his number. I should call him and set up an interview so you guys, because I know you guys love Earl Spence. What a lot of Rigo. It sucks a lot, Saddam, because he was supposed to be on the Cotto undercard, and now he can't be displayed. You know. Yeah, he fights like a brother. You know. Uh, you know, there's some slick. Well, I mean, there's not as many, but yes, Lomo was the truth. Lomo is the truth. Lomo is a great boxer. Melo Mayer, you got to help me with that. Thurman wins. Thank you, someone. Ha ha ha! The whole straw, right, Dia? You're right. You're right. My. I'm a weekend warrior, as you guys know. My one of my teammates is a deputy in Compton, and he always has stories for us on Saturday morning. Cause that's my first story. How are the gangs, and how's it working Long Beach Boulevard? I always ask him that shit because I grew up on Florence and Hoover, right? So I'm real acclimated to prostitutes. You know, I used to go to that Burger King all the time on Florence and Hoover. I'm talking to you, Dion, because you know what's up. You know the area real well. So and Jarvis too. Jarvis knows the area real well. So I used to go to that Burger King all the time. You know what I mean? Lamont Peterson did not lose to them. He didn't. I mean, he didn't. Yeah, he didn't, right? Yeah. At worst a draw, you know. It should, but they were moving Danny Garcia along, so oh, Dion, you laughing at my story? You did too? Love it, man. That's dope. I did the same thing. Bro, I'm Hispanic and happy to say you inspired me by showing us how to make money without working 9 to 5. Thanks for giving. I appreciate it. I'm going to do more videos like that too because of how you guys responded. I'm going to do it live too so you guys can ask questions. And, man, I've been hustling my entire life, man. Haven't had a 9 to 5. Oh, you in Burbank? Little 95? Cool. Send me your links. Send me your link. If you haven't, if you have a real, send it to me. Put in the link, and I'll copy and paste it to my notes right now because I'm working on this. I'm working on stuff right now. I'll just copy and paste it. So send me your link, and I'll do it. If you have an editor, appreciate you, man. Yeah, man. I've been hustling. I haven't taught teaching. I did 7 years, so I stopped at 27 or 28. I stopped teaching, and I literally been hustling. Like everybody has a hustle, you know what I mean? I've never sold drugs, never been that dude, but yeah, that's I appreciate you. I genuinely appreciate you, Miguel, for real, for real. Dion, I hope Brooke doesn't hold the whole fight like he did against Porter. I hope he fights like he did against Triple G. He couldn't hold Triple G. That's the problem. Still got my boy Spence man down. I'm gonna break down that fight. Bobo is gonna be fighting at 160 by the time. You're right, and that's what I was alluding to too. Because 3 or 4 years, them Charlos is no joke. Well, one of them is. Remember, Jamel was losing that fight against Jackson, if I'm not mistaken, May of last year. He was losing that fight, and then he came back and won. Remember when Charlo, both Charlos, Lara was all on the same card? By me. Touch on Broner and Anwar. Oh yeah. I just think that makes a great combo. And I wish I would have thought of that when I interviewed Broner at the uh, um, when I interviewed him at Floyd's birthday party this past Saturday. I wish I would have thought of asking him that, but I didn't. I forgot. I genuinely forgot. Uh, wow, that's a super comment. What are you talking about, Bobby? The super comment. Yes, we're making money. Oh yeah, where is that making? Oh, I'm gonna put more making money. How do you see Jamal doing at 160? As good as he wants to do. As good as he wants to do. Man, look, man, for real, for real. How uh Jarvis, I'm gonna do more making money. I've been hustling since I was 27, 28, for real. I haven't had a 9 to 5 in a decade, over a decade. And you know, it's been good to me. And you guys may think I'm quoting Floyd, but hard work and dedication. It's for real, man. You know what I mean? Sports betting, all that shit. What did you teach? I taught special ed. Oh, did you, Socrates? 5 years? I was a special ed teacher, man. I won teacher of the year once. Got honored by the city. Uh, there's tons of articles on me. So if you Google my name and you type in like Mount Olive High School in Duarte, California, I'm sure all my articles will come up. So feel free to read them articles and stuff that they did on me. Yeah, inbox me for real. I appreciate that. Canelo is going to get overpowered by Chavez. If Chavez can get into the late rounds, I believe he can stop. Well, you already know how I feel about that fight. I'm praying. You know, however many Hail Marys God wants me to do to help Chavez Jr. win, I will do everything in my power to help him win. Because you guys know how I feel about that She-Males company. You guys just know how I feel about it right now. And you know, so I'm hoping split. Weekly split. I'm genuinely hoping that comes to fruition. So we'll have to sit back and see. So we'll check that out. Your Bronan and Wolf comment is a super insightful comment. Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna talk to Broner about that. I'll see Broner at it. Well, there's no fight tonight. I'm not going live to a fight until April 2nd. Yeah, I'm literally not going to a fight live until April 2nd. That's here in LA on a Sunday. That's Ortiz and Rios. And that's the next fight. And I know Broner won't be at that fight. So it's March already, right? It's March 2nd, so a month from now. Yeah. Man, I want to come to one of those Super Bowl parties. I invited you. I don't know if you saw the video that day. I invited y'all motherfuckers. I said, if y'all want to come, send me a message. I throw the best Super Bowl parties. It was pretty fun. So Brian Lewis Broner cannot beat. No, he can't beat no one at 47. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. He can't beat no one at 40. And I didn't want to talk to him about that because it's a festive environment at Floyd Mayweather's party. So you don't want to change the energy of what people are carrying. Not at, I want to give you guys something of what you guys need, honestly, but I can't be disrespectful on a night where it's his 40th birthday. I can't ask Floyd no racially charged questions about his comments about Colin Kaepernick and stuff like that. It's his birthday. Let him enjoy his day. Like my coach used to say, it's game day. We're not bringing these locker room problems, these school problems, your D on your test. We're not worried about that today. It's game time. We have a job to do, and that is to win this game. And I wanted to be respectful of Floyd Mayweather and his birthday and Adrian Broner's big bro, as he calls him. So I just want to be a tad bit respectful. Oh, you didn't see the video? Oh my gosh. Let's see if I can find it for you. You missed it? What the fuck? Man, nigga, how'd you miss that? I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna find it. You missed it? What? Let's see if I can find it. And damn. I gotta go all the way down. It's in my video. Oh yeah. If it ever happens, that would be a great combination. You didn't, Dion, you got to go through my page. I know I've posted a lot of videos, but man, that party, man, let me help. Man, that video didn't do too good neither. I don't know what I titled it. Maybe I had a party in it or something. Let me see if I can find it before I. Oh, here it is right here.
And the like button.
Oh, and also I'm gonna be doing some collaborations with some of the girls on my channel. There it is right there, Dion. And I'm gonna be doing some collaborations so you guys can ask them questions too if I ever catch them. I've been texting them so y'all can talk to them. So that'll be pretty cool. Chavez Jr. hydrates to 190. I don't care how tough Canelo believes he is. When someone of that size constantly hitting your body, that will take the feel of like a, yep, you're right. You're right. And if he's in shape, look out. If he's if he's in good shape, 190, look out. So Canelo is going to demolish that kid, Chavez. One a serious champion, the other is a silver spoon sloppy joppy. He's proven himself to be a sloppy joppy. I would agree with you on that. And Wolf would be great for Broner, but he wouldn't be able to handle her, especially. Yeah, it takes a lot. Okay, I'll do it. Matter of fact, I'll hit her up. I'll hit her up and I'll go live with her. I don't see her too often, but I have her number. She's actually out here in LA, and she's actually a hell of a singer. So I'll actually I'll reach out to her. And you guys, any more questions you guys have? I know we've been on for over an hour, and I know it's real late for some of you guys. You mentioned once that you played a lot of blackjack. Do I know how to count? I do know how. I used to know how to do it really, really well. I used to play single deck blackjack at the Palms. I used to count, and I probably used to make like I used to make like $150 a night, that type of dealio. Um, so yeah, I only play single deck. Single deck. What are y'all saying yeah to? Little Little Julio was gonna get murdered. It's not hard. No, it's not hard to count cards. It's really easy because sometimes they have open entry where you can come in anytime you want, right? So you can come in the middle of the deck. That was at Palms in Vegas. So in single deck, sometimes they don't let you come in anytime you want. Do you see this era like the 80s with no, 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 because the difference is not the style of fightings. They were all superstars. So when they all celebrities and superstars, it heightens the fights. And I don't think we have four superstars in boxing today. I think Canelo's one, Floyd's the other. I think Anthony Joshua can be a star. And sadly and true, they're not in the same division. I appreciate you, Derek. I be trying to see my goal. Honestly, when I do interviews, my goal is to ask the questions what you guys are thinking. And I know if I'm a fan, I want the toughest questions asked because I don't have to. Honestly, I don't have to ask the question Floyd Mayweather, Conor McGregor. I don't have to ask what do you think of Spence Brooks? What do you think of uh, Khan and whoever that is, because another reporter is going to ask that question. So I think of the question that you guys are thinking, you know what I mean? And I try not to do it. I try to do it in a respectful manner. Sometimes I come off a little bit abrasive, and I know I do because how they look at me. But But yeah, thank you, Derek. But I appreciate you, bro. I'm not stopping for sure. Nancy, what you tell me to hold on for? Tell me what you want me to hold on for. Hold on. What you about to show me something? Who y'all gonna get murdered? It's not hard. Do you? No, I don't see this era like because they were all superstars. You know, Duran was a megastar. Sugar Ray Leonard went to the Olympics. Thomas Hitman Hearns was knocking people out. Marvin Hagler had the perfect body, and no one knew who he was about. He was a mystery man. You know. Thank you, Derek. Again, Mexican style. Question up top brought on by the movie Get Out. Bobby, what's your question about Get Out? I just saw it 2 days ago, 3 days ago. Yeah, I just saw it. Fred, one of my favorite channels, but Lomo is a hype job. Crawford Rexa. Well, you know, he's 10. Murley, he's 10. Yeah, I got Instagram. I'll give it. My Instagram is. I don't. HE, no, that's wrong. It should be coming back because I'm still live on my. Can you guys hear me? I'm not buying. Okay, good. Version of Little Julio. He's gonna come out with his head down and get body snatched by Chucky. That's funny. That's funny. Have you ever been to Broadway boxing gym? Yeah, I've been by there. I'm gonna start going. You know what I'm gonna start doing too? I'm gonna start going by all these gyms and just doing gym interviews. You know what I mean? I think I'm gonna start because that's on 108th and Broadway, right? I think I'm gonna start just going by gyms and just asking to do interviews with people. You know, give them a little bit of shine because there's hundreds of boxing gyms here in LA. I actually went by Denzel Washington's gym today. You know, I went and met the owner at Denzel Washington's gym. You can't bring cameras and stuff in there, but he trains a lot of celebrities. And yeah, I'm gonna go by there. I'm gonna go by Broadway gym. Merle, you think Lomo was a hype job? He beat Gary Russell. Who you got, Triple G or Jacobs? Whew. Oh man. I got 2 weeks to decide. Well, when the fight was initially announced, I immediately bet Triple G. I bet $100. I bet $100 at the guy at the gym. Just like I have $100 on Danny Garcia. I'm sorry. I have $100 on Keith Thurman right now. So I'll be betting on that fight. I'll be betting. We have a 3-fight bet, $100 each bet. I have Chavez, Triple G, and Thurman in those 3 fights. So that's who I have. Yeah, it is. I actually work out with a couple. Tillman is there a lot too, right? Henry Tillman, he's there a lot, right? I believe so. So there's another guy I see I go to 24-hour fitness on Sauce. You think that's a loss, Brian? You think me betting Thurman is a loss or me betting Triple G? Which one? Do you think Danny Garcia's timing? What up, Q? What up, good brother? I appreciate the compliment. What up, James Tony? Do you think? Imagine if that was a real James Tony. That would be pretty dope. Do you think Danny Garcia's timing thrown around too much? That's like the only reason people pick Danny. Danny has really good timing. Like I'm not taking away from the kid. And you guys ask more questions. That's cool. So we're still engaged. Because I see the numbers dropping, but I'll still talk as long as you guys are talking. I'll talk. You know. Would you ask me? I'm not buying the brand. No, that's Pat. Do you think Garcia's timing is thrown around. Yeah, it is, because Danny Garcia's timing is predicated upon you throwing the punch. He doesn't lead by example. You know what I mean? So that's just what I believe. Danny wins. I don't see how he wins. I just don't. Canelo has never fought a puncher. He fought Lauren Mayweather. Those are boxers, not punchers. Chavez is a puncher. The real question of the fight is, can Canelo take a shot? We'll see. Yeah, you. Where the fuck did Kid Chocolate go? He's up there with what's the guy's name? What's the guy's name? Virgil Hill, Virgil Hunter. He's up with Virgil Hunter, losing weight. I saw him last time I saw Peter Quillen was in September. I actually took a picture with him. It's on my Instagram. He was probably like 200 pounds, 210 pounds. He looked like he was 210 pounds. So I don't know. I don't know if Canelo can take a shot. I know that motherfucker can fight, though. Socrates, Lomo is the truth. He destroyed Russell Jr. That fight may be a fan because of his body work. Who should Crawford fight next? Who should Crawford fight next? Broner. Derek, I'm on that company left and right. I'm gonna expose that she-mail, like for real, for real. I can't wait to ask Oscar it's coming, y'all. It's coming. He will have to answer these questions. But I want Crawford to fight Broner. I really do. I want Crawford to fight Broner. Have you noticed the black fighter is making a comeback in boxing game? There are so many great black fighters. Yeah, Dion. And you know the funny thing is, I was talking to a guy. The media is not going to tell you the black fighter's been dominating the past 20 years, because Floyd Mayweather's been the best fighter the last 20 years. You know, he beat the two guys that they thought were better than him or bigger stars than him. He beat the she-male and Pacquiao, which were, you know what I mean? Those were his contemporaries at the time. Do you think Kiefer's Danny is not going to be a knockout? I think there'll be some knockdowns. I think there'll be a lot of pressure put on by Keith Thurman once he lands those shots. But that's how I see the fight. Broner won't do it. Nah, Broner won't. No, they're going to calculate. Broner will embarrass AB like you wouldn't believe. Gigi fights like a man possessed. But I think Danny would. Man, I don't know, man. Y'all guess is as good as mine as it relates to I'm following you right now. I'm following you right back. As it relates to Danny Garcia. You know, I think my heart is gonna root for Jacobs. But I got $100 on Triple G. so I'll be in a conundrum that fight. You know what I mean? But honestly, you guys know I'm not ashamed of who I'm rooting for. I honestly don't know who I'm rooting for in that fight. But what will encourage me to root for Daniel Jacobs is not Daniel Jacobs. It's the fact that an Al Heyman fighter will win, and that gives him more chess pieces to put on the board. So from that perspective, but I'll let you, because I have $100 on Triple G. So I think I'll stay with I think I'll stay. I don't know yet. I'll let you guys know the 16th. I'll let you know fight week. I honestly don't know. I can beat Broner coming off. Broner still has quick hands, though. He has great reflexes, though. For real. He has good. I can beat. You notice Chavez has a big ass dome. No way Canelo's missing that. I noticed that. Right along with you. Broner better stay far away from Crawford. He doesn't need any of those problems. No, you forgot Socrates. Broner is the problem. That's funny. Nancy, It's politics that fuck sports up. Remember when Hagler won, he quit because boxing is too fixed. No one said anything about race. It's politics. Yeah, I'm going to paraphrase what Hagler said after that fight because I interviewed Larry Merchant. Is his name Larry Merchant? Yeah, Larry Merchant. I interviewed Larry Merchant, and he says, "You think you're going to convince me to fight that guy again? You crazy? You crazy?" So that's what happened after that fight. He said he'll never come back and fight again. So Bobby, big head Timothy Bradley, who I want to see in the mix. Timothy Bradley has no fights. There's no one he can fight because Timothy, ironically enough, Timothy Bradley has no value if he doesn't have a belt in terms of fighting people outside of top rank. You know, that's interesting. You know what I mean? Uh, how are you guys talking? Were you guys in the gym with me today? We were talking about Hagler Hearns today, and we talked a lot about how Sugar Ray Leonard did a great job at shoe shining him. I want to see Garcia lose just to see Angel's reaction. You know what I really, really want? I'm glad you reminded me about that, David. You know what I really, really want? I want uh, I want him to mush him. I want Keith Thurman to mush Angel Garcia when he beats him. Bradley versus Porter. They already offered Porter. Maybe I'm talking too much. I don't know. I don't know if that should be out, but since I already said it, he was offered that fight. He was offered the Porter fight. Bradley was offered the Porter fight. I want to see Garcia lose just to see Angel's reaction. Is that bad? Nancy, I'm Hispanic and I picked Thurman. His intelligence is what I like. I'm not saying racism is fake, but people watch sports to escape. You're right. You're right, Nancy. People do because when Tom Brady is throwing that fucking ball, I forget he's white sometimes. You know what I mean? And Tom Brady's from Michigan. So I'm a big Michigan and Syracuse guy. Big Michigan and Syracuse guy. And that's just the reality of it. I love Eli Manning. From week to week, me and Eli have a love-hate relationship. So, but yeah, you're right. And then on the flip side, people's platforms can't get bigger than in professional sports, so they use the platform to talk about their politics. So, it goes both ends. You know what I'm saying, Nancy? Dion, they gave Andrew Garcia. I got to read the comments because I want y'all to laugh too. Dion says they gave Andrew Garcia Ritalin today. Oh man, I appreciate you guys tuning in because it says 29 people are watching, but it's probably like 200 people watching, 300 people watching because it always like quadruples. I don't know why, but I don't know why YouTube don't allow everyone to see it, so it doesn't put the real numbers. So they gave Andrew Garcia Ritalin today. Bradley versus AB would be a good one. That's interesting. At 147, yeah, because Bradley don't have power, and Adrian Broner has to fight somebody next now, right? I think he does. You don't get the title beast for beating a fighter at a prospect stage of his career. Body of work, Fred. One good win is just one good win. 8-1 is not beast mode. Hype job. Media made. We gonna see. We gonna see. He's 8-1. I agree. But we gonna see. I think Lomo is the truth, man. James Tony. Who do you pick to be the elite welterweight when it's all said and done? I wanted to pick Errol Spence. I think Errol Spence. But you know what? These guys I'm just gonna be honest. These guys gonna beat up on each other. Because no one is Floyd Mayweather. Is Teddy Atlas over? Hell yeah, Teddy Atlas is overrated as a trainer. His best days are behind him. I love Teddy. I mean, I sit next to him a lot at fights. I talk to him. I talk to Teddy a lot off the camera. For real. In the media room, he and I always walk up. See, what I do with a lot of people, I just walk up to these guys and I say, tell me a story. For real. I just say, tell me a story. These guys are 60 and 70 years old. I'm 39. Remember, when they were in their prime, I was on my mama's couch. Tell me a story. I don't know what they're gonna talk about. I don't lead them. I just say, tell me a story. And I get a lot of information that way. I don't know. Honestly, ask me that question the next live. James, ask me that. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Can I answer that question in December? December of this year, please? Will you let me do that? I don't know, man. That's a tough question. That is a tough question. No one is ahead right now. I don't know. Good question. I'm glad you stumped me. Good question. Bradley would outwork AB easy. I believe. I thought that when they asked the question initially, I was like, oh yeah, for sure, Jarvis. Bradley would outwork him. But Bradley has short arms, great boxing skills, and Broner would catch Bradley coming in a lot. When I say a lot, and you guys know that. Broner, if he trains properly. Broner weighed in today. He was 150.8. So he's doing a good job. He said he's coming back this summer, June. So we'll see. Bradley would outwork. I think Danny has people behind the curtain pulling strings from. He lost to Herrera. He lost to Peterson. And he robbed him, but Thurman will cut the string. That's what we hoping. Is Teddy Atlas overrated? My favorite fighter is Manny Pacquiao. Never seen a fighter throw from so many angles. Hand speed, anglers, videos, top 25, robbers. Remember when Floyd fought Corrales, Cotto's there? I always say, and I might watch that fight falling asleep today. I might watch Cotto Mayweather tonight. I'm addicted to boxing. I don't know if you guys know this. I wish I could show you like my YouTube history. All boxing, for real. If I'm not learning how to fix something on my properties, for real, I'm literally watching boxing or music videos or music. That's typical. That's my YouTube experience. And I only watch live events on TV now. I only watch sports and I'm on YouTube. So that's it. Lights Out, James Toney was my favorite. Like the Hitman Tommy Hearns. Well, we got James Toney in the comment section. I'm not sure if it's the real James Toney, but his name is James Toney. So we're gonna assume it's James Toney because he has a name. Whatever happened to Diego Chavez? I don't know what happened to him. That's a good question. Love James Toney. Yeah, who doesn't love James? He can't talk now. I mean, I heard him talk on Ellie's channel. And I was hurt. I was hurt listening to him. James Icehouse said he didn't sort. Dion, you can say what you want about Wilder, but that power is super real. Super real. All right, dog, because I'm picking Earl as well. My quick response is Earl, but now I start to think. Keep in mind, Sean Porter has lost 2 fights to 2 champions. The loser of this fight will have to go through the gamut again if he doesn't get an immediate rematch. The winner of this fight will get Manny. The winner of this fight goes after Manny Pacquiao. You have to go after Manny Pacquiao. You have to demand the Manny Pacquiao fight for exposure. You just have to, win or lose. You have to go get Manny Pacquiao because he's running out of time. His hourglass is running out of sand. So I would want him to go after Manny Pacquiao. All right. Even when he fought Hernandez, you keep bringing Floyd's name. He lost to Pacquiao. Who lost to Pacquiao? You said Floyd lost to Pacquiao? Help me out, Nancy. So Mayweather versus Pacquiao, slow motion highlights video, do a reaction. uh Nancy. You know what I give Floyd credit for in that fight? He slowed Manny Pacquiao down. Manny Pacquiao wasn't fighting with the reckless abandon. Nancy. Nancy. You from Cleveland, Ohio? That's what's up. Nancy. Nancy. For real? For real? You really think Manny Pacquiao beat Floyd Mayweather? Nancy. Nancy, I'm talking to you. That's what I'm saying. Winner should fight Manny Pacquiao. You're right. Hay versus Wilder would be a good fight. Hay versus Wilder would be an entertaining fight. It'll be a good fight. I want to see how much Hay has left in the tank. I'll know Saturday. I'll know Sunday morning. We'll know a lot more Sunday morning about a lot of these guys. My favorite fighter was Roy Jones Jr. Socrates. I love the speed. I loved. You guys know how much I love Roy Jones Jr. Tom Brady is the best quarterback ever. 6 rings, right? Joe Montana is disappointed. You know what I mean? But they say Peterson gets. Yeah, I heard that Peterson gets the winner. I definitely heard that because he was the eliminator. WBA eliminator was the guy, the last name that start with the V, because he was the mandatory. So I heard that Earl Rex everyone at 147. We got to wait till he fights Kell Brook. After he fights Kell Brook, we'll know answers. Crawford versus Pac-Man must happen this year. Bob Arum is trying to get that fight like no other. You got Thurman against Patrick. You got Thurman against who's that? Thurman against Pacquiao. TBA, Jason Black hooks us up with killer info. Bobby, TBA, Jason Black hooks us up with killer info. Will you add new informative playlists such as how to properly get mortgage one-on-one profiting? Yeah, I'll do as much as I can. I like, for real, Bobby, and hold me to it too. So make sure I do these videos because boxing occupies so much of my mental space as it relates to YouTube. I forget to do stuff outside of boxing a lot. You know, like I did that manhood series. I've been wanting to do so many videos on it, but I honestly, I know my base is boxing and fight week. I can't neglect y'all. You know what I mean? I like Floyd, but I don't see the same. Floyd was a good fighter, but why did Floyd's that? I heard that. What you talking about? Canelo versus Chavez Jr. I'm going with Chavez Jr. Content, brother. Content, yeah. Little 95, you got to talk to Nancy. Nancy, Little 95 is talking to you. Or you send me the link. Send me the link. Maybe I'll watch it. If you send me the link, it makes it easier. Oh, Brady got 5 rings, not 6. I'm sorry. Thank you. Thanks for correcting me. I appreciate it. I knew it was one more than Joe Montana. So Joe got 4. You know, Joe Montana is the best. See, isn't it funny how, like, when you're a kid, these guys stain your brain, like, for real. Like Lawrence Taylor, Walter Payton, Joe Morris, Tony Dorsett. When I think of greatness, I think of Joe Montana, Lawrence Taylor. This era, when they think of greatness, they're going to think of Tom Brady. Uh, I don't know who's a great defender. Watts, J.J. Watts, Junior Seau. But I think of middle linebackers. I think of Mike Singletary. I don't think of um, Willis. I don't think of Brian Urlacher. I think of Mike Singletary. So it's just a different era. Patty Mills. When he had Jackson and Swilling on the ends. I think of Carl Banks, Reggie White. List goes on and on. I could go on forever and talk about it. Wait a minute, 5 rings. Joe Montana is the best quarterback. He never threw. I never knew that ever. He and Jerry Rice can. I never knew he never threw an interception in the Super Bowl. That's good information. I have a quick story. I was stuck in the traffic of Diego Corrales' accident. Wow, for real? Wow, that's crazy. Uh, uh. Diego Corrales. I can't even watch that Diego Corrales. What's that fight? I can't watch it. I can't watch it. And I don't know if you guys saw my interview with John Molina. I did it with John Molina about a week ago, 2 weeks ago. I couldn't watch Matisse Molina. I had to leave. I'm human. I know I have to cover boxing, but I can't watch that shit when it gets that bad. I can't. And I'm really my seat. In addition to it being close, I can hear that shit. Oh, I couldn't watch it. And you guys know I'm a pacifist too. I can't watch it. I can't watch it. Ugh, I can't watch it. I like the more tactical fight. That guerrilla warfare, oh man, when it looks like you're fighting it, no man. That's a crazy story, Jarvis. That's crazy. Wow, I know you saw it on the news and you couldn't believe it, huh? I mean, when I think of Floyd Mayweather, there's 2 fights I think of. The first one is Diego Corrales, and the second one is Miguel Cotto. Those are the 2 fights I think of when people ask me, tell me your Floyd Mayweather fights. Those 2 fights. Garcia, Thurman, I got Keith. Me too, Patrick Black. I got Keith as well. Keith Thurman, you better not shuck me, son. You from New York, Wickedy? Where you from? I hope you be on here like this when Thurman. And I'm gonna go live during the fight, I think, because I love, and I may not talk as much, but I genuinely believe that sometimes you just the great thing about YouTube is we can communicate back and forth to one another, because I'm going down comment after comment, so we can literally have dialogue with one another. So that's what separates YouTube from like listening to the commentary. So I think I might go live. It's gonna be a few people I'm watching the fight with, but I think I'm gonna go live for the fight. So that'll be cool. I hope you be with that. I'm definitely gonna be on there if Thurman lose. Matter of fact, I think I might go on when they doing the announcement, because you guys go on looking for content, right? So Joe Montana is the best quarterback, hands down. Brady is a new era. Yeah, you know what? You're not wrong. It's like it's like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the best basketball player ever. Michael Jordan is the best NBA player ever to play in the NBA. But there's no better basketball player to ever play on this earth than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. From start to finish, no one's better. Dream job to see a sports. It is. I ain't lying, cigar boxing. It is. It's fun. It's fun. The pay is not great, It's I definitely do more work, but it's a passion gig. You understand what I'm saying? I make more money elsewhere, as I mentioned to you guys in the videos. It's I'm not making any money going live. I'll make what, $5 or $7 off of this video, $10. I don't know how much money, but that's not the point. The point is I get to interact with y'all, and because I have one foot on y'all's side of the fence, and I have the other foot on the actual boxers and everyone else inside of boxing. So yeah, right. The funny thing is, what do you say? Young bucks don't know nothing about. Damn, I had a lot more comments. I'm sorry. I'm moving too slow. Did someone say mortgages That's my wheelhouse in Korea. Oh, you in that soccer trade school? I have a handful of properties. Broner versus Lucas is a hot one. That is a good fight. But that fight can't happen because Lucas is fighting May 6th and Broner wants to get back in June. Herschel Walker, you're right. Herschel Walker, they prime time. They stole, was that Herschel Walker to Minnesota? That's how Dallas became a dynasty. When I shows people footage of Walter Payton running and crashing in defensive back and face masks and people get confused, he didn't need to do that. You're right. You're right. I say that's right. He did it because he could. Sweetness sought conflict, and this Sweetness was special. Hell yeah, Singletary, Reggie White, watch Roger Craig, Barry Sanders. Remember when you're right, Castillo, when Floyd kept grabbing him, they took a point away from Floyd. Why wasn't the same rules applied in the fight? Want the winner of Thurman Garcia to fight. Herschel Walker, Manny Pacquiao. When you fight Thurman from the outside, he puts you down. Facts. Danny's getting sat down. Dion, that's what I'm hoping. If not, he should retire. Nancy, Little 95. Nancy's telling me, that's funny. That's funny. Nancy, stop it. Part 2 in Castillo fight was a blowout. First fight, he had a broke hand. You know that, right, Nancy? Floyd said he was only 100% in 2 fights. Gotti and Corrales, both stoppages. That tells you how dangerous Floyd was before his body started breaking down. Nancy says, go live. Winky Dick, California ice shed stuck me because Thurman has a list, same as Tyson. Floyd is boring. Who gives a heck? Well, he's $800 million boring. Where are you watching the fight at, Fred? I'll be watching it. I don't know yet. I'm still undecided. I'm literally undecided. You know, it's funny because during the fight, if I'm not covering the fight, I get 5 to 10 people calling me. Hey, will you come watch the fight with me? Family, friends, because they think I'm a boxing expert, but I just have access to the fighters. I don't consider myself an expert. I just have access to the fight, and I'm preview of information. Like, for example, if someone gets hurt and they don't want to disclose, I know if they got hurt in camp, they got their nose broken, they got cut, they got bad hands, they got hamstring problems. I know all this before the fights go in, so I don't know. I don't know where I'll be watching the fight, but Bobby, yeah, my man Dougie Fisher, I say, yeah, yo, Fred, Doug Fisher, you know how that caught me dead by I don't know where I'm watching it, Dion. Hit me in the comment section. I'll let you know for sure. Floyd is boring, Stoppo. Floyd is a perfect Floyd is the perfect boxer. The cat, yeah. Yo, Fred, Doug Fisher, move that motherfucker hell up. I don't know why I don't let you send it the same way you write. Copy and paste it. It'll come right up. I'm really getting blood spattered on my face and shirt during a boxing match in Miami. Fights way different live. It's disgusting. Man, yeah, Dion, fuck Steve Kim and Doug Fisher for real. They're not nice people. And thank you, Bobby. I appreciate you. Good night, man. Good night, Bobby. Whatever I say live is the same thing I would tell them in person. I think Steve Kim is a racist scumbag. I think he is. It's okay to have favorites. It's okay to lean in a direction. But when you have to put an entire culture, an entire race down to make you feel good, that's disgusting. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with Mexicans rooting for Mexicans, blacks rooting for blacks, Puerto Ricans rooting for Puerto Rican. That's fun. That's dandy. Boxing and soccer are the 2 most nationalist sports ever. And that's just the reality of it. So I just think that that's just it. Good night, bye. I know you tired as hell. Floyd beat Garcia. I know soccer. I remember getting my dream fight would have been to see Marcos Maidana, Lucas Matisse. Marcos Maidana beats Lucas Matisse to get the Floyd Mayweather. Lucas Matisse beats Marcos Maidana anyway, in any other time. You understand what I'm saying? Lucas Matisse was great for 4 fights. Like, he was great. Outside of them 4 fights, if he had to fight Matisse to get the Broner, it'll be Marcos Maidana would win. Outside of that, Lucas Matisse beats him, I think. Actually, Floyd invested over $1 billion. He said on the Fight Hype, he even talked about how he owns 17 properties in Vegas. God damn. The video was called Mayweather vs. Pacquiao, slow-mo highlights. It's 15 minutes long. Do a reaction video. I hope you do. I'm still not going to look up. Nancy, I'm not watching it. That well is dry, Nancy. Send it to me. Send it to me. You know, you up 2 hours with me. The least I can do is watch a 15-minute video. You're absolutely right. That's fair. So the least I could do is at least hit play. Dude, we've been on streaming for 2 hours. Damn. Y'all still shooting questions. That's what's up. It's 11:30. I know it's 2:30 on the East Coast. Does that inside info give you an advantage when it comes to betting? Gives me a huge advantage, man. Gives me a huge advantage. Gives me a huge advantage. Because you guys know when I'm in Vegas, I bet on the fight. So, and I typically win. Like, I don't bet big, though. The only person I bet big on is Floyd. Like, that's the only guy. The only guy. That's the only guy I would bet big, because I know he won't get knocked out. He won't put himself in position to get knocked out. When you ran into him in the restroom, you know, I ran into him, Dion, at the Pan-African Film Festival. Next year, you need to go to the Pan-African Film Festival. It's so much fun, man. The Pan-African Film Festival's primarily a lot of black film festivals. I may have 2 films. I know I'll have 1 film in it next year, but hopefully I'll have 2 films in it. I'm working on a film now, and we're not going to shoot it until September, because I need more night than day. So in October, I'll have more night than day, so I'll be able to shoot it in September, where I get 12 hours a night. So, but I'll be keeping you guys abreast on my channel what the hell is going on with that. When I ran into him in the bathroom, it was like a real movie. It was like the Mafia, like Doug Fisher. It was like I was going to kill him. Like he had owed, like, the Godfather like $13,000, and he wouldn't pay him. And I ran into him, and he was like shocked to see me, and I was shocked to see him. And we spoke, but you know, it was pretty funny though. It was real funny. Oh, we got more people coming in. I like it. MV Floyd can't possibly know anything about investing outside of sport. Yeah, he has a guy named Al Heyman. So who I got? I got Thurman. I got Thurman winning. Oh, you ain't seen my video. That's my, oh no, that's my party video. I gotta send you my video. Let me send you my video. I appreciate you guys tuning in though, like, for real. This is dope. I'm having fun. And it's funny, when my channel, it was pretty funny because it was so desolate. You know, like, I had like 1,000 subscribers. That's my prediction video. That's my prediction video I just posted. So feel free to watch it. But I got Thurman. Yeah, it's gonna be a minute. Sugar who won? Sugar won. It's gonna be a minute. It's gonna be a Thurman or Garcia. What's on? Say it live. I got Thurman. Nancy reaching hard, man. Yeah, Nancy's cool. She's, you know, she's in Ohio chilling. You know, she's up with us though. Oh, she went to bed. Oh no, she didn't sleep yet, because I just saw her comment. I synced that video. It wasn't nothing. At Nancy Socrates. I love Marcos. That HBO 24/7 where Broner made a fan because he came from nothing and took advantage of his shot with Broner. Yeah. Mayweather was Pacquiao punch count video. I'm not a hater. Yeah, you guys are awesome. You guys are shooting me. Eureka, Oda, tell me what W means. Earl Spence style works in favor for Danny Garcia. To knock him out, he walk you down with a high guard all day long. You're right. That's a great point. Rico Suave. Who wins? How, in your opinion, between Thurman and Garcia? I got Thurman. Read my here's my prediction video. I don't respond to comments. I don't respect those people. Only people who do videos like this. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate you, Nancy. No, I wasn't there when Mayweather and Spence was sparring, but I actually spoke. I spoke to Spence about that. We had a conversation off camera, and he gave Mayweather good work. I think he gave Mayweather a black eye, and he knocked out Broner. I wasn't there for either of the two, but I've heard it through multiple sources. Thurman by unanimous decision knockout. Unanimous decision. I got him by UD 8-4. That's what the video was called. What's on your Frank's mind? What's up, bro? What you got? Lennox Lewis never gets mentioned when people are talking about great heavyweights, but he is the 5th ranked heavyweight of all time. Yeah, he's up there. He's a 5th ranked heavyweight, so that means you got to go George. I'm not in any order. Muhammad Ali, George Foreman, Mike Tyson. Do you put Evander Holyfield up there? Lennox Lewis, Joe Frazier, Jack Johnson. You know, stop all this talking. What am I supposed to do then? Are you talking to me? I don't know. You got to help me out, Reed. Thurman's not stopping. We'll see. Oh, sorry. What's on your mind? So, man, we've been talking about Thurman Garcia in the first hour. So now I'm just answering you guys' questions. But here, I'm going to put the video again. Watch it. And that should give you a lot of intel. I did 30 minutes last night on it for you guys. Who wins? Did you hear anything about their respective camps, like injury? I can't tell you guys that. I can't. I can't tell you guys that. But I do make phone calls, so I can't tell because that would come back and bite me in the butt. You making that Thurman pick based on no, not so. I'm basing it on just man for man. What other good fights is on Thurman card? Fanfara, Dawson, and Coda Lubin. And I think Lubin gets gets heard next if he wins. I hope he knocks this boy. I hope he does too. Thurman all day long. Thanks for all the time, man. Jarvis, how often do you do these live videos? I'm really entertained. Thank you, man. Keeping me awake during this graveyard. So I appreciate it. Shit, I'll do it as much as I can. I'll probably do it again tomorrow. It'll be Friday night. If y'all niggas are up, I'll do it. For real. I ain't shit. I mean, I'll do it. I'm gonna go live all day Saturday because that's gonna be fun. Y'all gonna be so excited, as I am excited. It's gonna be 2 or 3 million people watching that fight. Lewis was better than Tyson. Yeah, he was. I mean, wait. I might have misspoken. Who's better, Tyson or Lennox Lewis? Not the pre-rape. I only say rape because he was convicted of it. You know what? I've been a man my entire life, and feel free to comment, feel free to disagree with me. But when a woman goes to your room 2 o'clock in the morning, I don't think you guys are talking about who she's voting for president. And I do believe no means no, but whenever you having a conversation, whenever you're having conversations with someone, there's a character meter that's going up and down with every word that they say for the rest of your life. It either builds character or it lowers character in your perspective. So that's just what I believe. So I'll start doing these a lot because you know why, Jarvis? It's easier to do these videos than it is to edit. I can just talk and read you guys' comments because honestly, when I be doing these videos, sometimes I be in darkness doing the videos and just talking. I should do a video on that. I'm gonna do a video on that because I need to do research on that. I really need to watch Lennox, not Lennox Lewis versus Mike Tyson, but just them in their prime. I really need to watch that fight. That Danny Garcia left hook is gonna make people regret picking Thurman. Socrates, he's not gonna land that left hook. I keep on telling you that he's not gonna land it at all. I don't know why you think he's gonna land that left hook. It's not coming. That Danny left hook is gonna make. Hi, Danny's gonna get hurt. Yeah, he's gonna get hurt for real. Hell, Riddick. Riddick what? Riddick who was better than Tyson? Riddick who? The real deal Holyfield. You know, matchups. It's all about matchups. And Evander Holyfield got him at the right time. I heard Floyd kick Spence out of the gym when they sparred. Dion, you know a lot. He stopped the sparring. What stylistic do you think one time will exploit? I think Danny is technically Rico Suave. I think Danny is technically superior, but Keith is more natural ability, in my opinion. Okay, use the term natural ability. I lost. Let me get back. I got to go back up. Let me get to. Damn, I lost all the comments. Shit. Riddick was not better than him. I heard Floyd. Yeah, Floyd kicked him. He stopped the fight. Rico Suave. I think stylistically, Keith is. I'm gonna disagree with you a little bit, Rico. I think on the measurables, I think Keith Thurman is better on the measurables in terms of boxing. I don't think Danny Garcia can bring the fight to Keith Thurman. I think the adjustments that Keith Thurman makes will make the fight. That's just what I believe. But I understand what you're saying about him being a more technical, superior guy. I understand where you're coming. I understand where you're going with that. I don't think so too much, though, but I understand where you're coming from. Evander Holyfield became undisputed heavyweight champion 4 times in a row. He's in the Guinness Book, one of the greatest to ever do it. Yeah, he's good. Yeah, he got a few gifts though. He got Buster Douglas. He got Buster Douglas, a tired Mike Tyson, and a few other people too. Just top of my head, I'm drawing a blank. Mayweather versus Pacquiao, Somo. Nancy. He's still real deal over Tyson all day, every day. Are the Watsons hiring Dion? They have the best. Dion, I'm just gonna tell you right now. The Watsons have the best life and the best job they could possibly ever create for themselves. They're amazing. They're everywhere too. And you know here's a story about Sam that you guys don't know. If you guys get a chance to meet Sam, tell him Fred told you this story. Tell him Frederick Hawthorne told you this story. No matter where Sam is in the world, remember Saturday night, he's doing a fight. You know what he does Sunday morning? He meets his mom at church at 11 a.m., no matter where he's at in the world. That's a hell of a story. He could be in New York. He could be in England. He could be in wherever he's at. He's going to meet his mom at church at 11 a.m. on Sunday. Guaranteed. Everybody knows to catch Sam Sunday morning at church. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. So that's a true story. Evander Holyfield was supposed to walk over Mike Tyson, and Tyson Holyfield, I became one of the greatest fights of all time, back and forth. Yeah, you're right. I didn't respect Evander during his career, but I recently watched the majority of his fight. He was underrated. Yeah, he was underrated. You know why? Because he had a Christian personality. So when you have Christian personality, you're not worldly. And when you're not worldly, you're not doing worldly events like going to beauty pageants, quote unquote, Mike Tyson. You're not doing music videos. You're not doing cameos and on sitcom TV. You know what I mean? You don't have like worldly characters embracing you. So that was Evander's Holyfield downfall. You know, Thurman, I respect him. He's like Pacquiao. Yeah, he's a bad motherfucker, like Pacquiao. Justin Quinn, do you think? Excuse me. Do you think Khan, Broner, Garcia were jealous that Thurman opened up for the major networks for PBC? Oh, of course, of course, of course, of course. Who wouldn't want to be the first fight? I would think so. Don't forget, Fanfara made little Julio. I was at that fight. Yeah, he made him quit on the stool. Made him quit on the stool. His dad told him he was too big. He didn't listen to his dad. You get in my comments? Yeah, I am. What's on your young? Oh, you know what happened? I told you thank you because you said you were a new subscriber. I told you thank you, and then I went to the next comment. I should have paused and stopped and said your name. What's on your Frank's mind? I appreciate you. Yeah, I did get your comments. I appreciate it. Thanks, dude. For real, for real. Nancy, you ever heard of Chris Eubank Jr.? Holyfield's a shit. Yeah, Chris Eubank. I want to see him fight. You're a cool cat. I'm on this. Oh, I just got it right now. Here it is right here. Getting your new comment. Yeah, I just got it. Yeah, y'all tell more people to subscribe too. I want to get to 10K. I want to get to 10,000. I want to get to 10,000 subs. Tyson. That's why I'm going to do my homework. Ask me in 3 months about Tyson versus Lennox Lewis. Remind me, and I should have about 10 to 15 fights each of them watched. You know what I mean? Because yeah, I'll have it. I'm serious, Mr. Sony B. Oh, I don't know. Sorry, Jarvis talking shit. Yeah. Lennox by a wide margin over Tyson. Wow. He said Tyson would have beat him. Wow. Tyson is the best ever. How do you know you was never there? That bitch and Don fucked that up. Huh. You know what? I'll tell you guys, this is how much I'm a boxing fan. There was a Robin Givens film at the film festival. I didn't want to, and they said it was a good film. Don't you know I didn't want to see it because of what she did to Mike Tyson? I believe. I wasn't there. I was in the same city at the time, but I was never with him. But yeah, she fucked his head up. You know, that interview that they did with that white lady from Barbara Walters, I believe it was, that was disgusting. That video probably still gets 1 million views a year. That interview he did with on Barbara Walters. Young doing Graveyard. So definitely do it tomorrow night as well. My shift doesn't even start until 12, so try to go for another hour. I appreciate you, Justin. Thanks, dog. I appreciate it. I like both fighters. Hope it's a great fight and let the best man win. Usually back Puerto Rican fighters, but Danny Pop's act is embarrassing. Wait, I lost your comment. Glad I found your broadcast. What's up from New York? What up, man? Oh, you from the Bronx, huh? What up? What up, son? I used to have it. I said that shit country as hell, right? I know you laughing. I had my I grew up on St. Andrews Avenue. I lived there for a minute, but my the base of my family is in Harlem in Esplanade Gardens. How do you feel about Terrell Owens not Nancy? Nancy, you trying to get me riled up, right? I'm gonna keep my ass calm. How do you feel about Terrell Owens not being in the Hall of Fame? Go down to my channel and read my comment, watch my video on that. You follow me now, so you know exactly how I feel about that. That's some bullshit. Dancy has 2 losses. You're right, Sonny. He quite possibly could have 2 losses. Envy Shug. Tyson was fun to watch when they put him up against duds. He did nothing for me but put them on Mount Rushmore heavyweights, Nancy. You just copy and paste the links to your comments. That's all you got to do, and just hit paste. Man, the real deal. That nickname is like Marvelous Hagler. Evander always wanted Tyson when he got locked up. Not Evander's fault. You're right. Make sure you're on here when Thurman. Brian, I promise you I'm going to be, even if it's for 5 minutes, because it's Saturday night. Don't forget it's Saturday night. Don't forget it's Saturday night. All right. I don't think I'll be able to do 3 hours on Saturday night, but it's Saturday night. Just want you guys, what do you think they picked Thurman to open up PBC? I think Garcia. I will, but I won't be Heath the Crow. To my very likable people in Thurman and Danny, mark my words, Garcia is a counter puncher, fighting superior aggressive punch that wants to show that receipt for Garcia. All right, keep on waiting on that left hook. Darren going to get hurt. His dad might throw the towel at a knife round. Man, that's deep. What type of man Sam is, and why? You're right, Dion. It's amazing. It's amazing. Khan is a pussy. It's funny. I went from your comment, Dion, to Sonny B. Khan is a pussy. Is Al Heyman real? Yeah, he's real. I've met him. But I don't talk about it because he doesn't want to be in the public at all. So I don't talk about it. I've met Al Heyman. You said you going to do a reaction video. Why do people go to church or religion? The Bible has slavery in it. It says to kill non-believers. So, well, Nancy, I don't know if you know my stance on religion, but I'll talk about that in another video because that deserves its own title for real. So we'll talk about that later. Oh, what's up? What up, Jesse? I met Jesse at what fight was that I just did in Vegas? Leo Santa Cruz. He's in Idaho. What's up, man? He just texted me right now. What's up, man? How you doing, Jesse? Talk in the comment section. Oh man, next Tuesday, 10 a.m. Manhattan Beach. They're announcing. I'll give you guys a skinning. They're announcing. I just got an announcement for you guys. God, who's fighting? The guy I like. Damn, Manny Robles trains him. What's his name? Magdaleno, Valdez. They all fighting on the same card. Those fights are gonna be announced Tuesday. So you know. So you guys got some quick information. I told you guys. So you guys got information. So yeah. So what's up, Jesse? Talk in the comment section. I watched the Ward Kovalev fight 3 times. I had one war. You know what? It's funny. That was a great fight. I'm with you on it. You guys know how I feel about Kovalev. Fuck them. Fuck Kovalev. You guys, fuck Kovalev. Man, fuck Kovalev. For real. I'm unwavering on that. I gave him a chance. Oh, Dion, dude, you don't bring a charger to work? How the fuck you not bring a charger to work, man? You know, chargers are like your third arm. Yeah, Thurman is the betting favorite. What bet would you put down to win money? Who is that female with the curly red wig that's at all the fights? Who screenshot her and show me. I know everyone that goes to the fights. Screenshot her and I'll yeah, I've been on the. If you screenshot her, I'll know who it is. I believe I know everybody. Christian Muslims had slave religion has done more hurt than good. Control. Nance, we're gonna talk about that in another video. There's no way I can get into that now. I think everyone would just disappear. I would have to title it so I get the people in that want to talk boxing. Who was that female with I don't know. Thurman is a betting favorite. What's the odds, Rico? Put the odds in it for me so I know what the odds are. A rape allegation is devastating. Look at it, how it ruined Al B. Shore's career. To this day, he always has tons of people around. Can't trust anyone. You're right. Buster Douglas did more damage to Tyson than both females. Once people weren't scared of Tyson. You're right. You're right. Thanks, Dion. I appreciate you. Again, good night. Much love to you. Really? You in Egypt? Appreciate it. Appreciate you, King. I just don't see Garcia beating Thurman. He's still flat-footed, and he relies on his KOs that left hook. Thurman's too smart in the ring. I don't think. Do you think he's? Oh yeah, for sure. What's on your mind, Frank's? What's on young Frank's mind for real? That right hand will be by his ear the whole fight, for sure. Boyden's boxing blog. Yo, Barbershop. Boyden's boxing blog. What's up, man? How you feel, King? So much war and religion, the Bible says. Religion, Christian slaves, you read the book. I feel sorry. Amir Khan is not underrated. Khan is a celebrity gay. Socrates. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, man. I did a video on that the other day. Socrates. Thanks, Socrates. You be on it. Thanks for watching my videos. Can you explain really quick the Golden Boy situation, please? System loading. Well, basically, they have a correspondent. Like, for example, I'm a correspondent for a newspaper, right? I can't talk like that. That's why you never hear me mention my outlets when I do videos. Because you guys will ask me, I get comments every week, where can I find your writings? I don't do that because I don't want to intermix them, right? And although it can be traced back to me, but if I mention the name of the newspaper, then you guys will immediately go to that newspaper and follow my right. So I don't talk about it. But anyhow, a Ring TV correspondent in the private emails to the PR guy from Golden Boy said, Oscar De La Hoya, Al Heyman is a nigger, scumbag, and a black Hitler. So because Ring TV is owned by Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy Promotions, I think Oscar De La Hoya needs to denounce those emails. And that's the story. MV says Amir Khan is underrated. You trolling me, right? MV, you got to be trolling me. You can't be serious, right? Khan is. Can you explain? So that's the Golden Boy emails, but not the people. I hate the religion. I think Khan beats Pac at the MV. You just on here trolling, for real. You do not think Khan beats Mayweather, but I'm glad there's people like you because you'll bet Khan. Mayweather versus Khan are going down. You know what? As I told you guys, and Floyd Mayweather validated what I was telling you guys earlier. The fight is done. Therefore, Floyd and Conor has already agreed. Dana White is holding the fight. The logistics of the fight cannot be done. I told you guys this already. Remember, I am the PBC whisperer. There's going to be a fight announced tomorrow. Remember, you heard me say this. Tomorrow there will be a fight announced. That's all I'm going to say. Tomorrow or Saturday, a fight will be announced. And I already know, but I can't tell you guys because I was told not to say anything because, that's just what it is. So excited. So just know a fight will be announced tomorrow. How are you going to beat Terrence Crawford? Who's going to be? Felix Diaz? He would have to lose weight, though. He would have to go down to 140, right? Or maybe they do a catch weight. I don't know who he can fight at 140, man. Gamboa? I wouldn't mind seeing that again. Do you see Thurman scoring a knockdown route to it? Yeah, I definitely see him. I'm oneness with Jesus. And my grandmother's word, amen. Amen, baby. Hi, my friend. What's up, Jesse? Jesse Vargas. Actually, Jesse Vargas is a good interview. I've interviewed him 2,000 times. Good interview. System Lord, hey Jesse, hey Jesse, you go to UNLV now? Oh, you guys are talking to each other. Oh, Jesse, because he enrolled in college. Yeah, I wish that was a Jesse Vargas. That would be pretty cool. Just wondering, how did you? You know what? I started writing for a newspaper, and my editor been covering boxing for 30 years. That's how I got into it. You know, maximizing relationships. But if you start a YouTube channel and you get and you build your following, you can cover it through YouTube, like this channel, like my channel. I'm gonna start and keep when I get to like 10 or 15,000 subs, I'm gonna have people all over America covering fights for Barbershop Conversations. And so I can just do LA fights. I don't have to do Vegas fights. I can just do, although I love covering fights, but who doesn't want to spend time with their son? What father don't want to, what I mean? I really want to spend time with my son these days because I'm gone for 4 days. You know what I mean? I want to spend time with him. I didn't hear what you said, how to send the links. Just copy and paste the link in the address bar. Command C, and then hit Command V on the comment section, and it'll pop right up. Fuck that Russian racist. I was jumping up and down with the war decision. I was too. I was in the middle of the media area. Great show as always. Thank you, Sonny. I appreciate you guys. I see Thurman Garcia like Paul Williams, Laura. Danny will get a ton of credit for plowing for. Interesting. We'll see. We will see. We will see. They're going to boo Thurman because he's going to run. You know what? He might get booed. You're right, Brian. You're right. You're right. Amir Khan is a good fighter, but he missed the window for capitalizing on his talents by chasing Floyd. You're right. Keith Thurman is becoming my favorite fighter. Love his interviews. Intelligent, very smart man. He's going to win Saturday night. He's going to represent everything. You're right. Thanks, Barbershop. I appreciate it. All the time, brother. All the time. All the time. I'm assuming you're a man because 90% of my subscribers are men. That's what YouTube tells me. That's why I put all the women up for you guys, so you guys can enjoy it. Because if I was a man, I would want videos of women. So thanks, Barbershop. Khan wanted the fights because he needed that bit. Yeah, he wants the money. Khan is a hoe chase. He's an ambulance chaser. Floyd Mayweather McGregor. High quality stream, not on my credit card. LMO. I am Socrates. I am the PBC Whisperer. I am, for real. I know all the fights that's coming. For real. And sometimes I get mad when I see other channels put up the video. I'm like, damn, I knew that fight was coming. So I meant to say who's going to be next opponent. After Thurman knock him out. I think Thurman's going to fight definitely a much easier fight. They said Lamont Peterson is a mandatory. I remember that, the WBA mandatory, I believe. Khan has the worse chin than Tommy Morrison. Shit. Then the other guy at 26. What's the guy's name at 26, 30 that gets knocked out all the time? I think Cuellar just knocked him out. What's his name? Starts with a V. Oh, my God. What's that fighter at 26? He was a world champion, and he has the worst chin ever. Darchanian. Victor Darchanian. I would love some fights to come to Egypt in the South. That country is finally stable enough. We lost World Football Cup. We'll be back. We've won 7. Well, that would be amazing. Bob Aaron would love to bring Manny Pacquiao. Maybe you should email Top Rank Boxing. What else do you expect from Russian or any other race, but for them to be racist? Oh, YouTube won't let you? Damn. Thanks, Jesse. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I know you're still commenting on the videos. Jesse has a cool story. You got to. How long did we talk, Jesse? How long did we talk that night? I was falling asleep on you. I was tired as hell. Remember? I was tired. How long did we talk that night? And Jesse's just a simple boxing fan, dude. I'm telling you guys, I if I'm not in the media room, dude, we can hang out. Fight week, we can hang out all the time. Thank you, BXNY. Emo BXNY, I appreciate you, King. The Bronx. BX in the house. BX in the house. I think if Khan beats Manny Pacquiao, this we talked 3 hours, huh? And I was falling asleep on you, huh? I'm telling you guys, man, when you get done with your work, it's like a calm down. All we want to do is talk boxing. For real, glad I found your channel. I think Khan beats Manny Pacquiao. This will make the welterweight. Shit, Khan ain't beating Pacquiao. Man, get the fuck out of here. That's impossible. I think that's one of the more how? That's a great point, Manny. Sonny B, Mr. Sonny B, you're right. All the time, Jesse. Uh, if Manny, you're right. If Manny was from, but you got to keep in mind too, if because Manny Pacquiao's from the Philippines, he made he made the Philippines relevant, and he had a whole country following him. So yeah, Jesse, all the time, Jesse, all the time. I'll see you at the next fight. Remember you're supposed to bring down your artifacts, right, or something like that. Oh, Damian Lillard's it's not a letter. I mean, it's not a number. It's a letter. It stands. He's celebrating Oakland. He's celebrating Oakland. I'm not going to Canelo Chavez. I don't know if you probably figured that out already. I'm not going to that shit. Mm-mm. Even though I'm not getting a credential for that fight, but I know I can get in because they have a PBC fighter. It's easy for me to get in that fight, but I'm not going. You know what I thought about doing? I thought about streaming that fight live to help them lose money. I would make a fake account, fake YouTube account, and stream the fight live because I know my account would get shut down for real. That's how much I despise that shemale for real. But Jesse, you need to go there and then you need to get to the Fan Expo. The Fan Expo is gonna be amazing. I mean, it's gonna be literally amazing for real, for real. I don't listen to T Street much. I was on his live stream one time when he and Fernando, I do the fight guys with Fernando, Dominic, and Steve, and they were having a spat, and I was trying to be the mediator, and T Street said something. I have no issues with T Street. I've only spoken to him once in my life. Um, I personally don't care. I have no emotions towards him. I don't watch him too often. I don't watch his videos too often, but I know he's covering. I'm subscribed to his channel, but I haven't clicked on his channel. But I know he's subscribed. So if he has some catchy titles, I'll click on it and I'll watch it because tomorrow I'll be watching the weigh-in, and then I'll get the reactions. I'll get the reactions and the videos from everybody tomorrow. What's my prediction for Canelo Chavez, Jesse? Great point. It might be a replay. I want Khan to get knocked out. Shit, fuck it. You lost, but yeah, Funfara was way bigger than him though, and he wasn't in shape. He wasn't in shape like he was. Man, you get jumped at the Chavez. I would too. I would be running my little ass out of there, little 95 for real. I'll be running my ass out of the what do you call that shit? Out of the T-Mobile arena for real, for real. Who gives a fuck? You know, yeah. That I don't even like saying that guy's name, Merle Davis. I don't even like saying that guy's name. You know what I mean? He plays the unbiased card when he's doing that purposely. You know what I mean? You don't get a 50 you don't become a 40 or 50-year-old man and say words by accident. Lost all faith and shot. Man, you get I will get jumped. I said that already at Amen. Vice. That's why I'm giving Khan. Wow. Nancy, don't get tired. I know I'm yarning a lot, right? Defensively, I don't think much of Thurman. His defense is predicated on mobility, and his best defense is a great offense. You don't see Danny being able to find. I do see Danny getting home fight hook, but I don't think he'll have power because keep in mind, remember in the Porter fight, every time Porter shot, he shot. So I just think that Porter fight did so much for Danny. I mean, for Keith Thurman's confidence. If Khan wins, it will be easier for welterweight division. Wait, well, Little 95. Try not to. You a Cali native? It does make it easy to be unified. Just saw Nancy's comments. Oh, Manny, what's up, Manny Pacquiao? Imagine if that was a real Manny Pacquiao. That would be funny. Spence ain't on no juice. He's just Russell Westbrook with boxing gloves. That's all. Oh, who you got, Bello or Hay? I think Hay baptized that. I say Hay because he's the heavyweight. You know. Oh, did you, Jarvis? You did. I saw the motherfuckers coming for real. They were coming down, wasn't they, Jarvis? Damn, those Mexicans were pissed. Spence on the juice. Spence refused Vada and got the gyno going. He's not on no juice. He's just Russell Westbrook with boxing gloves. Oh, that was your second fight? Jarvis, what was the first fight you saw live? Tell me what was the first fight you saw? Yeah, you got to pay Vada. That's why they use USADA. Yep. I got Thurman winning. Avery, boom, boom. I'm glad I have Thurman winning 8 rounds to 4-2. Mayweather versus Pacquiao, slow motion highlights. It got a lot of people talk about Thurman going to knock his ass out. You in New York, Manny Pacquiao? You going to the weigh-in tomorrow? The weigh-in is at Barclays Center. I believe it's at Barclays Center. So let me grab some water. Let's see how much time. I think I can go to 12:30. 17 more minutes. I got to do some writing. I'm working on this screenplay right now. I want to finish it by the end of March. So I got to do all that now. So shoot me your questions. I'll do my best to go live for the weigh-in tomorrow. Okay. Mayweather pack. My dad took me. I was about 8, 10 years old. I don't remember who it was. Was it at the Forum, Jarvis? Do you remember that? Because them Forum fights were bad in the motherfucker. Yeah, Keith Thurman is a more complete fight. That's why I got him. I think Thurman Garcia weigh-in is going to be very, very tense. I remember Barrera Morales weigh-ins. Porter has great fight for one time, made him find himself and push him. You're right. You're right, Lil 95. Hey, Lil 95, I appreciate you coming on from the beginning. Jarvis, I appreciate you from the beginning. All you guys, man. Even if you caught me in the middle, I appreciate it because it's 12:14. I know it's 3:14 on the East Coast. Me and Jarvis are cheating because we both in LA. So we got it was at the forum. Yeah. I thought it would be at the forum because they have fights every Tuesday at the forum when we were kids. Well, I'm 39. I'm not sure how old you are, but yeah, they have fights at the forum. I think Garcia's chin is battle tested. Whenever you say someone has a chin, that means you've seen them get hit. Just know that. Like everyone says, uh, yeah, that is a great comment. Yeah. Same thing they said about Chavez Jr. has a great chin. Is there a way to watch the fight with no base? It's on free TV. It's on channel 2. It's on channel 2, CBS. So you'll be able to watch it. Oh, you 39? Yeah, you 39, little 95? Yeah, I'm 39. I'm in the valley though, bro. 818. What city in the valley? What city in the and what valley? San Gabriel, San Fernando. I think Garcia will beat Thurman, but we'll be very close. Oh, I can't wait to talk to you guys after the fight. We're gonna have some fun. Everybody's gonna be live after the fight too, so that'll be exciting. I appreciate you guys. You guys come back. We can continue that. Oh, you 43, Jarvis? Oh, we're in the same. What high school did you go to, Jarvis? I went to Washington for 1 year, and then I ended up transferring to Venice High School. I got Thurman winning by attempted murder. Me too, Timmy E. We got a new guy on, Tim E. I appreciate you. How do you feel about Mayweather versus Thurman? I feel like it would be a boring fight, but I see Thurman landing some clean. Oh, you went to Dorsey. Oh, so you went Danny Fortson, right? Danny Fortson was the best basketball player when you were there, right? Yeah, that means you saw them Crenshaw High teams, right? With Tank and all them guys. Yeah. Mosley chin checked Floyd and he ate it. Yeah. That was round 2 was the round that changed boxing. A little 95. That was the round that changed boxing. That was the round that earned Floyd $800 million. That round. I tell people that all the time. They say I'm crazy. Yo, the street where Rodney King got whooped on, Florence and Normandy. Oh no. Oh, that's Sylmar, Simi Valley. Simi Valley. How isn't Floyd's shit? Floyd's chin is tested. You went to Sylmar High. Rigondeaux should be there. That's like they're like 20 pounds apart. Oh, thanks. I appreciate you, King. You are a great boxing commentator, Fred. What do you think about introducing boxing for? Oh man, you know what? I I offered to him, but Chocolatito, Chocolatito Triple G coming September 2017. I guarantee Dan Grafiel will temper his speech if that happens. Oh, for sure. You mean Pacoima? Okay, Pacoima. I hated playing against Dorsey. Had to keep them things in the trunk. Oh man, sure. I appreciate you, Shug Hill, Shug Shug Hill, Shug who won. I'm gonna get better at that. Salita, man. Maidana hit Floyd with some crazy shit in that second fight at the end of that round. Yeah, he was frozen. Floyd was frozen. He put his left hand on the ropes. Remember that. Best live fight I saw was Jesse Vargas, was De La Hoya versus Vargas, Morales, Maidana, and Pac-Man versus Marquez last one. Those are some good fights. Yeah, Jarvis. Yeah, he had to keep them things in the trunk, Jarvis. Oh man, that's funny. Dan Raphael will forever hate. He can't help it. Yeah, he can't help it, man. Dan, I'm gonna interview Dan Raphael at the next fight. That's why I want to go to New York to interview Dan Raphael. But I just wouldn't have made any money on that fight, so I didn't go. And you guys know, if you guys listen to my videos, you know I'm financially responsible. I don't I don't waste money at all. I never will. Don't believe in it. Did you hear about Marquez getting caught on PEDs versus Pacquiao? Pacquiao been getting robbed against Timothy Bradley. It's always been Manny Pacquiao, and will always be linked to steroids. You know, that's just the reality of it. Best fight I ever saw was Ward versus Gotti. Shit, which one? Quadras beat Chocolatito. Hopefully gets. Yeah, I interviewed Quadras a couple days ago. He's trying really hard to get that rematch, but there's no guarantee that he'll get it. Yeah, Socrates, Dan Raphael will never lose weight. You know why he'll never lose weight? Is because he's content. And you know how I could tell when a man is content? I can feel his energy. I could feel his energy when I'm watching Charles Barkley jump up. He must have had money on the game with Villanova. Wow. He must have money on the game. I'm watching NBA TNT because you only can pause it for 2 hours. And I've been talking to you guys for 3 hours now. And so it has to keep on playing now. So, anyways, yeah, that's why. So, yeah, Dan Raphael is pretty content, you know. What about Maidana when he bit Floyd in the second fight right through the glove? Must have been hungry for that wake up. Yeah, he's funny. LL Socrates. Yeah, he's funny. Neither guy uses the jab much. You know, I noticed that in my studies. I noticed that neither one of them use a jab. That's why I said Danny's jab will be irrelevant in this fight. Irrelevant in this fight. I don't think. Jesse Vargas. No, I was close. 115, 113. Chocolate. It was fair. Good fights this week. Tyrone Wood. Oh yeah, yeah. Tyrone Woodley is fighting for real? No way. He's a freak of nature. I didn't know Tyron Woodley was fighting this week. See, I told you I'm a novice. If you guys watch my videos post fight, I'm a novice at UFC. But I love Tyron Woodley. Tyron Woodley, man, he looks like a fucking freak of nature. I just can't picture Danny beating Thurman, to be honest. Danny is one of the most overrated fighters. I wish I would have seen Gotti Ward any other thing. Live, yeah. Put that Yeah, that's funny, right? I'm watching it right now. And that put that on the shirt, underdog. That's the best show on TV, man. That's the best show on TV by far. You like Thurman over Garcia in exchanges, even though Danny has that catching. Yeah, Danny has a great catch and counter style, but I just believe that I just believe that Keith Thurman will dictate the pace and the style of fight. You know what I mean? As for UFC, I want to see Holly Holm bounce back from the back-to-back losses. She is so sincere and hardworking. Hmm. I'd love to see Larry Holmes and Butterbean too. Oh, Marcos' funniest moment with him was trying to knee Floyd in the body. I remember thinking he really doesn't. He didn't. He didn't. He was cashing out. That was the epitome of cashing out. About the yard. All right, we got 7 minutes, y'all. And then I got let me tell you guys what is the best. I got these chocolate covered almonds from Costco. They're so fucking good. but I've been refraining from eating them because they make me smack, and I don't want to smack on you guys' ear. But I got like 6 of them. I'm gonna eat these 6 of them when I get it. Marco's funniest moment. Khan is the cash me out king. You're absolutely right. And there are 2 times Floyd was questionable against Cotto and Pacquiao. The IVs, his system was diluted. We all know what diluted mean. Pacquiao's always been tested. Man, I can't see Pacquiao moving up 8 divisions. You mind if I be honest with you guys? I don't know no human that can be a world champion in 8 divisions. All right, I'm just being honest with y'all. I don't know. I honestly don't know. You guys got to help me out with that one. I'm being real honest and being real sincere with you guys. Let me go back. T Street was shit 6 years ago, and he still shit now. It's just like, was he? Really? I don't know. I don't listen to him as much. Who are the greatest boxing females? Mine is Ann Wolf. Well, Carissa Shields is vying for that title now, and um, well, you got to give it to the girl who Ali retired undefeated. So I mean, she can avoid Mayweather on. Fred, who are the ref messed Maidana up in a rematch with Floyd. If you ever see Kenny Bayless do a Floyd fight, you're right. He's Floyd Mayweather's private ref. We all know that. T Street was 6 years ago. Ortiz versus Rios. Who wins? I got Rios winning that fight. That's gonna be April 2nd. Remember, I told you guys, if you guys are on my channel, I broke that fight to you guys. I told you guys when the last 3 or 4 months, I've told you guys. Remember, I was the first guy to interview Mike Gomez and told him that the fight was going to be at 164.5. I was first to do that. Yeah, Layla Ali never faced Ann Wolf. We all know that. We all know she was protected slightly, and so that's what happened. Socrates, I appreciate you. Yeah, it's getting late. We got like 3 minutes. I'm gonna get off at 12:30, so I can get some work done. Uh, let's see what else. Let me get through these comments. Rios is more hungry. Yeah, Rios is more hungry. He wants to start his second career. Oh, Shakira Stevenson's gonna fight in LA April 22nd. April 22nd, 23rd. I don't know. I'm gonna get the date. I need to do a video on that so I can be first to break the story. But Shakira Stevenson is fighting in next month here in LA. All right, just so you guys know. He's fighting on the card with Oscar Valdez. Remember, you guys heard it first here. I don't believe it. I gave you guys a bone. I don't believe conspiracy theories. I think Floyd was dirty, but how come Floyd never slowed down? It was like Pacquiao another fight. Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait neither. All right, put your last comments in, guys. We're gonna wrap this up, and I'm gonna try and come back tomorrow. I'll be running around. I got my I gotta figure out how to go live on my cell phone. I gotta once I figure out how to go live on my I'm gonna take you guys, I'm gonna bring you guys in my life. I think Devin Haney is so developed, he is possibly ready for it. Whew. I don't know. I don't know. You know, I think Devin Haney is a little bit too offensive minded. You know, Angie Garcia is underrated as a strategist. Everybody, Darryl Green never slowed down. Lil 95, no one got that but me. Oh my God, you're right. I should. That was funny. I had a live, right? Peps Jr. I had a live and didn't take it, right? But they're still taking it. They're saying the best female. Last question from me, then I'm out too. Do you happen to know Troy King from YouTube? He has the garlic butter. Yeah. Is he any good? He's 7-0. He's 7-0 as a fighter, I believe. He's on what you call his channel a lot, Boxing Ego. He's on his channel a lot. Yeah, I saw that. He ran a 4-4 at 40 years old. Tank is the only Mayweather promotion fighter who shows great promise. He's funny as hell, isn't he? He is funny. Tell him I said so too in the comments. LO Gar, great show. Take care. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you. Love all y'all, man. I genuinely appreciate you guys. Come back tomorrow. I'm probably going to do one at the weigh-in, right after the weigh-in, because you guys aren't going to be watching me. You're going to be watching the weigh-in. So I'll try and do that tomorrow. And then I might come on early Saturday, and it might be a hodgepodge show. You know what I mean? Where I'll be doing shit, but I'll be live. I'll come back and do live. So appreciate y'all. Good night. Appreciate y'all. We put in 3 hours of work. I genuinely appreciate y'all. And they still want me to watch that shit. All right, man, I'm gone. I appreciate you guys. Good night, y'all.